Oh no, I got stuck in the wrong one. Hey everybody, it's Stephanie Old World Gamer along with Scott Tevin Kane, and welcome back to more retro indie pixels. It's one of those days.
It's gonna be one of those days, folks. Like, we're late. You know, Stefan had to work late. It happens. You know, these sort of things happen. So whatever. But I'm sitting here, and like before the podcast even starts, I'm sitting here, I'm yawning. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me, man? I'm falling asleep. It's only 7 o'clock for me. It's much later for our Canadian friend over here. So what's gonna happen if I'm falling asleep over here? But we're good. We're good. We're gonna be just fine. Don't worry. Once we start going, everything will start being, on our normal schedule. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into the groove. Indeed. So. But anyway, what was before we start? I was misreferencing the game last week.
Yeah. It was Lost Ember.
Lost Ember. There you go. Yeah. I kept calling it Red Ember, and it's Lost Ember. I wanted to apologize for the developers of that and everything for sending people off to a game that doesn't exist. Last week it was Lost Ember. Lost Ember.
To a game that doesn't exist.
It might exist. It might be the wrong game. We're like, oh man, this game looks really cool, and we're gonna send them off to some
cube jumping around again. Fucking
right.
That's what you do in fucking computer science class, man.
I wanted to apologize for that. So you guys, Lost Ember was what you guys needed to go for. So that was a recommendation for last week. So there you go. I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that SDK makes mistakes.
Sometimes.
Surprise, surprise. I make mistakes. Never would have saw that one coming, right? Anyway, all right. So we're going to move on to my section of the news. In first portion of it, as always, brought to us by VG247. So, leading off with the Game Awards in 2019 will feature around 10 new game announcements. This is according to the host and producer Jeff Keighley? Looks like Keighley. Jeff Keighley speaking in a Reddit AMA about the annual awards show. We have a bunch of brand new games being announced at the show, said, period. Okay. There are around 10 new game projects. You see that? It just says said,
sometimes
period.
It happens.
It should probably said Keighley. I'm just saying, but that wasn't just me having my already hiccup and reading. The article just says said, period. Anyway. There are 10 new games projects being revealed, and if you want to count things that no one's heard about yet. Keighley also said nothing being revealed at the show has leaked so far, and that Resident Evil 3 Remake isn't one of those announcements. The Game Awards 2019 will air on December 12th, which is next Thursday. We'll have to see when that is. And will be live streamed across 45 different streaming services. Will last around 2.5 hours. Control, Death Stranding, and Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice have been nominated in multiple categories as well as Game of the Year. Smash Bros. Ultimate, Resident Evil 2, and The Outer Worlds are also up for the same reward. Voting has been open since November 19th.
Okay, I can understand Sekiro, but really Death Strand, that just came out, didn't it?
I know, it's just recently.
And everyone's already been fucking making fun of it, saying it's fucking like Pack Mule fucking 2019 simulator.
I mean, I've seen Sekiro played, and that also looks like...
Yeah.
Ooh, that game looks so good.
And that's what I'm saying, but Death Stranding, literally just came out. It's like, you can't just nominate that just because fucking Daryl from Walking Dead's in there looking for his banjo while he's carrying, 2 houses worth of fucking... He's literally Fallout in real life. How many things can I carry before I can't carry stuff?
Fair enough. Walking with lots of stuff simulator,
Yeah.
But
Pac-Man.
But I mean, Smash Brothers Ultimate, I can see it, but I don't really seeing it beating out Sekiro. Sekiro just looked like it was like gameplay-wise, it was like Dark Souls difficult, but like had this beautiful aesthetic to it. So, if you were going to ask me which game's probably going to win Game of the Year this year, I'm going to put my bet on Sekiro.
This is why I'd rather go to Indie Game Awards right now.
Yeah.
Because all the Game Awards right now are just like, oh, is there a new Call of Duty or Battlefield? Oh, they're going to win everything because kids love playing with their guns.
They better not. Mainly because we're not supposed to be talking about those sort of things. Because they're like...
No, we're not allowed to play their videos, remember?
No.
That's what it is. You can have muted videos... And they'll still tag you for fucking copyright.
So, we don't talk about them. You have no idea, guys, how difficult it is some weeks to get to weed through all of the... I can't talk about GTA, those sort of games, you know what I'm talking about?
Revolver and stuff,
Red Dead, GTA, Call of Duty.
Revolver, my god.
But anyway, so next week is going to be those are going to be the Game Awards 2019. I hope it's not going to be running at the same time as the podcast, but I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, moving on. So,
it would be the same day too, wouldn't it?
It is the same day as next week's podcast. I'm hoping it's not going to run at the same time.
That's all right. We'll have all the indie devs watching us instead. We'll be like,
I hope
these guys appreciate our work.
Right. So for this week's edition of the Epic Game Store freebies, we have Jotun Valhalla Edition.
Wow.
The quick bit news for you: Jotun Valhalla Edition is your free game of the week through the Epic Game Store. Epic Game Store users can now download it for free. This game is a hand-drawn action exploration title based on Norse mythology. The game, where you will play as Viking warrior Thora, who died an inglorious death, must prove herself to the gods and enter Valhalla. It's free to download until December 12th, when it will be placed by The Escapists. It will remain free until December 19th. Last week's game was Rayman Legends. I've seen a little bit of this game, like here and there, and oh boy, it looks really nice. Beautifully aesthetic, and I'm not huge into Norse mythology. I'm more into the Roman Greek mythology myself, and definitely like 1,000% more into Egyptian mythology. Quiz me on that sort of stuff. I'll surprise you on what I know. But I don't say that I dislike it. There are other things, but Norse mythology has some really cool stuff. Valkyries are female protagonists. You know how I like those, right? Just saying. But you guys have a week to get yourself a free copy of Jotun Valhalla Edition for free.
Cool.
Stefan, you have no idea how much I actually... Okay. I'm a grown man, 37 years old. Or 36 years old. I'll be 37 in a couple weeks. But anyway... I danced around my desk like a fucking child when I saw this article. Star Fox 2 and 5 other titles coming to Switch Online in December. On December 12th, Nintendo will add 6 more titles to the Switch Online service, one of which is Star Fox 2. Star Fox 2 was one of 4 SNES games coming to the subscription service on that date. The game was never released in the SNES despite being a completed game. Instead, Nintendo opted to shelve the title in order to work on Star Fox 64. The 3D rail shooter was finally released on the SNES Classic Mini, and soon those without the mini console will be able to play it. The other titles coming out on Switch Online this month include Super Punch-Out!, Kirby Superstar, and Breath of Fire 2.
Those are all fantastic games, dude.
The NES titles are Crystallis and Journey to Silius.
Also, 2 fantastic games.
Holy fucking shit. What an update.
That is awesome. Well, Merry Christmas, basically.
can you do me a favor, Peanut Gallery? Can you grab me those two specific things that I just talked about off of my... I have magnets, okay, on my refrigerator. And there's a specific thing that you need to know about me and one of these games, okay? Let me give you these things here.
Watching it back, Scott was pointing.
I might be a Breath of Fire 2 fan. I might be. My oldest daughter is named Nina for a reason. Let me make sure that this is... Yep, you're getting on the camera. I love this game. Breath of Fire 2. And the fact that everybody's gonna get to play it now who's a Switch Online member.
Oh, Game Hunter. You want to know what Crystallis is? Or Crystallis is?
Oh, you don't know what Crystallis is, my friend?
It's an action RPG game for the NES. It has a fantastic soundtrack. It was made by SNK, which is really strange considering SNK is mostly known for their fighting games. So, also, if anyone's seeing buffering and stuff, I apologize. It's my net. Tonight's deciding to poo-poo on you. Because that's just the way today has been, so...
So,
that is a good update.
Take Legend of Zelda, make it like nice and fast, action-paced RPG, and give it a godlike soundtrack.
Yeah.
Crystallis, I would say, is probably in my top 5 NES games ever made. I have played Crystallis so many times. The game is so good. If you have not played Crystallis, please do yourself a favor and go play that game. It is godlike. It is so good. Journey to Silius itself.
That soundtrack is also phenomenal. Oh
God, Journey to Silius is another one of those like top 10 Nintendo games ever made. It's so damn good. And let's just go over to the Super Nintendo. I've already talk to you about Breath of Fire 2. It is, again, Breath of Fire 2 is probably in my top 5 games of all time. I mean, like I said, I have the fridge magnets for some of the characters from the game. My oldest daughter is named after a character in that specific game. That's how much I love that game. Star Fox 2 being given out. I mean, I've played Star Fox 2 already. I played like the version that was on ROMs ages ago. It's not Star Fox 1. I'm going to throw that out there. If you've played the original Star Fox, it's not that. It's a little bit different, and I would be like not completely inaccurate to say it actually ties closer to Star Fox Zero than it does the original Star Fox. I'm just going to throw that out there.
And we also have Journey to Silius music playing right now, by the way.
Yeah, there you go. Kirby Superstar, my opinion, best Kirby game ever made. I don't think anything's even close. I've played a lot of Kirby games.
Superstar is... that was the... I only really started playing Kirby games in 2011. I know that sounds ludicrous, but it's true. A lot of games, I was very isolated from some genres and some series and stuff like that, so... But Kirby Superstar is the first one I ever played, and by far it is the best out of all of them that I've played. It's basically, here's 8 games in one game. Like, this, if I had this when I was growing up, I would have been so stoked. 8 games, like seriously, I'm pretty sure it's like 8 games in one. And they all are like, decently, like, quote-unquote, large game. Like, it's not like you play for 2 minutes and you're done. It's like, this one takes an hour and a half. This one takes 2 hours. This one only takes, 40 minutes. But still, like, so good.
For what it's worth, some of those 8 games, there's 3 mini games.
Yeah, that's true. But they're fun.
Gourmet Race.
That's hard.
Gourmet Race is actually pretty hard.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a hard one? Try beating Samurai Kirby on hard.
Yeah, that's pretty difficult too. Yeah.
Let me just put it this way. I've never done it. I've never beaten hard Samurai Kirby because it is damn hard. And then there was a third, the Megaton Punch. But of the campaigns that are in Kirby Superstar, the Revenge of Meta Knight is really good.
Oh god, yes.
The Revenge of Meta Knight, the Great Cave Offensive. The Great Cave Offensive is so memorable, it showed up in Smash Brothers. I'm going to throw that out there. Because, you know, in the last Smash Brothers and now this one, the Great Cave Offensive was its own map. And then Milky Way Wishes. Ooh, boy. Kirby at its best. Milky Way Wishes. And then you got Super Punch-Out. I mean, it's Punch-Out. Oh, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
And if you really want to, you know, get, like, you know, involved with that and just get introduced, somebody might have done, like, a video for it when it first started YouTube.
Yeah, just saying. But this is an unbelievable lineup. And Nintendo has absolutely outdone themselves just by saying, here's these 6 games. Like, oh my god. I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of a warning before I move on. Like I said, Breath of Fire 2 is out. If it wasn't for Chrono Trigger, Breath of Fire 2 would be my favorite RPG of all time.
Wow.
It's not translated very good. I'm just going to warn you guys. Capcom and Nintendo had a little bit of a problem at the time, and they kind of rushed the game a little bit, so there are some translations that are going to leave you scratching your head, but the gameplay in the game is so good, it makes up for it. So, just a little warning. I'm going to move on before I geek out any more about these games, because I think we've already spent way too long talking about Crystalis. Anyway.
Crystalis, but we talked about a lot of the games, too. We're good.
All of them, yeah. So, Microsoft still plans to release a diskless version of Project-Scarlett. Looks like Microsoft still plans to release a diskless version of its next-gen Xbox console, according to a report. Sources speaking with Kotaku state the less expensive diskless console, codenamed Lockhart, is still in development at Microsoft. According to the report, a source told Kotaku that it will be on par with the PS4 Pro, which will feature an SSD and a faster CPU than what current-gen consoles sport. The report says Microsoft is targeting 1440p resolution and 60 FPS on Lockhart, and will be heavily promoted with Microsoft xCloud and Xbox Game Pass, the latter of which was included with the diskless version of Xbox One S. When reached out for comment by the site, Microsoft said it does not comment on rumors and speculation. In 2018, a leak out of the specs of 2 upcoming Xbox consoles, codenamed Lockhart and Anaconda. It was later reported that diskless versions of the console were scrapped. This news report states otherwise. The leak, like today's report, suggested Lockhart would be the entry-level, cheaper version of the console and without a disc tray. Alongside the diskless model, the more powerful Anaconda was also being developed. It said that the latter is the console Microsoft is currently discussing as part of its Project-Scarlett line, which is slated for a release during the holiday of 2020. I like this idea. I like the idea of the diskless consoles. Mainly because when you take a look at like all of our previous podcasts, and we're talking about like how the sales of games and like, you know, how much money a lot of these things have made, you'll notice that a lot of the times when we report this stuff, we're talking about like 80% of the sales are digital anyway. So why not just go with a diskless console, and it's one less thing you have to worry about going wrong with your system.
I can't sell my games back to EB Games and get a new game.
You gotta sell like 60 of them anyway.
Oh, you know? Man. Can't get $5 off.
You got this $90 game on release day and you're coming back to trade it in again? We'll give you $4 and a stick of gum.
Right, fuck, boy.
I don't know, that's a deal. All right. I think this is a good idea because, in my opinion, for what it's worth, a lot of the games that I've been buying recently have been, you know, just digital downloads. So, and a lot of the games that I plan on buying in the future are digital downloads. So it's like, what's the point? If I'm not going to bother buying hard copies of games, not because I don't want them or anything, just because I find it's just easier to have those.
It'd be hard.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, I got a couple, for my Switch. I got a couple of in-case games because I kind of wanted the case for Breath of the Wild and I wanted the case for Mario Kart 8. But other than that, it's like I could just digitally download pretty much everything. And like the report said, 4 out of 5 purchases are digital anyway. So I would much prefer if I had the option of buying a console at a reduced price if the only way I could get my games were digital. Because I'm probably going to do it anyway. Mm-hmm. So this just makes sense. I hope that they end up doing this with Project-Scarlett.
It's the way everything's going anyways, dude. No one wants to see, like, a PVR in front of their TV anymore. You want to be cloud PVR. No one wants to see their game systems anymore. Soon we're just going to be able to buy... Your system is basically going to be a controller. And the system is going to be built into it. And you're going to be like, yay, this is so much easier. Everything I just buy is on cloud. As long as I have Wi-Fi, I can just play from there. Ha!
And that's actually... I actually avoided it this week, and I'm going to actually use the name again. I don't know if you've seen advertisements for Stadia, but it's actually one of their selling points. It's that Stadia doesn't take up room like a console does. And I can't argue with that. Because it's true. I mean, it's not like consoles nowadays are taking up that much. I mean, my Switch sits here on the corner of my desk and takes up this tiny little thing, so it's like it's not really that big a deal.
Instead, let's not have a console there. Let's let grandmother put more knickknacks there, like a little boy fishing and a frog having a drink on a bench. Like, no. How about fucking a game console looks better than a goddamn doily with a fucking bowl of fucking... blue and light blue glass balls in it. Like, what the who gives a fuck about... Do you know how much shit I go into a lot of homes, man, in my job, and I would rather see consoles around their home than some of the live, love, laugh. Wow, words. But by the way, kids, don't mark on the walls. But you have writing on the walls there. Yeah, but that's a decal kind of thing. I'm getting off track. Either way, I don't see it as a big deal.
Stefan, if I had room to move this Switch off my desk, I could have a glass bowl full of peanut M&Ms over there. But this goddamn thing is taking up so much room, I don't know what to do with myself. And I have no peanut M&Ms.
Well, Scott, just wait a few minutes because apparently someone will just put out a headset that'll feed them to you, like them fucking Pringles.
Fair enough. Viva la peanut M&Ms.
I love peanut M&Ms, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, I do too. Moving on.
If someone is using Wi-Fi to play Street Fighter, I don't want to play them. That is so true.
Fair enough. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. DP, you understand what I'm talking about. It's like you get that 2-bar red connection, it's look for another opponent. You know what I'm talking about.
2-bar.
Anyway, moving on. Super Mario Maker is due for a big update this week. On Thursday, December 5th, today, a new Super Mario Maker 2 patch will be available to download that adds new free content. Update 2.0.0 brings a speedrun mode, new course parts, enemies, and Link for The Legend of Zelda. Ninja Speedruns mode is a simple test of speed. Players will be able to take on specific Nintendo-designed courses to get the best time. As you play, you'll be able to see ghosts of other players running alongside you. Courses will be available as part of events, which run for a week. The courses themselves, however, can be played at any time. Clearing courses gets you stamps, which can be redeemed for Mii costumes. As for Link, you'll be able to use him only in the 8-bit Super Mario Bros. Palette. To summon him, you'll need the new Master Sword item. When playing as Link, you'll be able to shoot arrows, use the sword, and drop bombs. Along those, 2.2.0 update is also adding a new course parts and enemies for use in Super Mario Maker's 2 different styles. There are Dash Blocks, Frozen Coins, P-Blocks, Spike, and Pokey. I'm kind of excited to see how you're going to be able to use Link and do things like being able to shoot the arrows and use bombs, and how you're going to be able to do puzzles and stuff like that. you come up to a wall, and the only way to get through it is to shoot an arrow through all the way through, like this tiny little wall to shoot it, like maybe a marker on the other side that hits a P-switch that turns the wall. You know what
basically, it's being set up so that you can start doing Zelda dungeons.
I mean, yeah.
And I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine with that. And I'm just... I'm ready to do some Legend of Zelda stuff in Mario.
It's crazy that you can pretty much sit down and play Super Mario Maker 2 and probably keep playing it, like streaming it forever.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd always have new content.
I think that's a really strong point for streamers who do Mario Maker 2, is that you almost never, I mean, I won't say never, because I've seen some streamers accidentally, do the same courses more than once. But at the same time, it's like, there's so much good stuff out there. Like, I like to watch Ryukar, and he does like a lot of Super Mario Maker stuff, because he's like super good at Mario and all that stuff. And you get to see new stuff and fun stuff every week. DGR is another guy I like to watch, and they're fun. They're fun to watch because it's like challenging Mario stuff, but it's new every single time.
I've watched Cool Kid play it a lot, but he does a lot of the speedrunning, which I guess speedrun mode. And he usually does a lot of Jesus, I can't think of the course maker's name now. But he basically makes like the hardest courses for Mario.
You got Kaizo. Maybe not Kaizo, like Panga.
Panga, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. So he speedruns Pangas. Fucking.
Oh yeah, Panga makes some hard stuff, man.
Yeah,
Panga is a Mario course making god. If you've never seen any of Panga stuff, you do need to like watch some of the speedrunners try to do like Super Panga Worlds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff is just like, how do you think of this stuff? Anyway, moving along. This was something that I read it and I'm like, all right, I kind of want to talk about this. I kind of don't, but one Jesuit priest is planning to launch a Vatican Minecraft server. Yep, you heard me right, folks. One Jesuit priest is planning to launch a Vatican Minecraft server. Father Robert Balsier, a Jesuit priest who previously studied engineering in Silicon Valley, hopes to introduce the Vatican's Minecraft server as a place where players can express themselves in a less toxic environment than they may typically find in games. The idea is to offer an environment where players can freely express creativity and build relationships with one another. The project began on Twitter when Balsier polled his followers on which game they prefer to run as a test server, Rust, Ark, Team Fortress 2, or Minecraft. By the end of the poll, 64% of the votes went to Minecraft.
Wow.
It's not about technology. It's not even about really the gaming, he tells Rome Reports in a video posted over the weekend. It's about getting people together who can maybe move those relationships to the real world. At first, there were a lot of people who were very hesitant, Balsier continues. Because you see this guy in a collar talking about the latest offerings from Google or how you run fiber optics across the Atlantic. And they don't understand, they said. Wait a minute. Those two things don't go together. But after a time they realize, okay, he knows what he's talking about. He just happens to be a priest. And ultimately, that was the ministry I was trying to do. The Minecraft server is currently being tested out, and Balsier is looking for feedback. If you have a Minecraft account and fancy joining a social experiment on his Minecraft server, you can head over to the minecraft.digitaljesuit.com. I see the ups and I see the downs. I don't know how this would work. How do you keep toxic people out of your server?
Right. Oh, no, I'm perfectly fine, sir. Oh, I'm just gonna go off and build a few things, not a big deal. Oh, look, he's building a house. Oh, nice, a little bridge. Okay, he's trustworthy, he's cool. Oh, let's walk a few chunks over here. Whoa, that's a ginormous penis, and there's two people fucking over there. Okay, take down the server, take down the... So, yeah.
Can't put it any better than that, guys. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's like, how easy is it for you to just be like, hey, you know, I like this idea, this is great, you know, I want to support your idea, and you get yourself nice and trustworthy, and then dicks.
Because I went there because that's where it goes. That's a typical Minecraft troller person thing.
Yeah, I just...
Oh, hi, I'm 12. I know what a penis looks like because I grew up with one. Here's one. It's a penis! Yeah, okay, kid. Like, that was funny when you were 12. Not everyone playing is 12.
You know what? I can say that I give props to the guy, alright?
Oh, yeah.
I understand what he wants to do. I understand the premise. And I applaud him for, like, saying, hey, we want to make something so that people don't have to deal with the toxicity of the people that play Minecraft. Because trust me, I understand. I get it. But at the same time, how do you stop it?
Yeah.
I don't see how. Especially if you are going to make it like a public thing where anybody can join. What stops trolls from showing up? Nothing. How do you possibly tell? Because like we've given as examples, they can just make themselves look good for the first week.
I mean, and that's a troll who's actually trying. I mean, you're gonna obviously get the trolls to come in and just say, dick, fuck, shit, cunt, and everything else, and just like, oh, okay, ban. Like, all those words still went up there. Even if it was for 5 seconds, it was still 5 seconds. Like, you're still gonna get that regardless. Like,
yep.
Again, I understand what he's trying to do, and it's cool and stuff, and I totally, you know, I hope everything works out for it, but...
I hope it does, too. Like,
you're basically saying that you're looking to provide a non-toxic place is going to make a toxic place. Yep. Because they will look for that. Oh, non-toxic, eh? Ooh, yay, now I have a mission for this week.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Again... It comes with the best of intentions. Don't get me wrong. Like I was saying, I really hope that they do find some way to make this work, because I feel that there are some younger players who would appreciate just being able to play the game with and be left alone.
Yeah.
You know, and I've played Minecraft a little. I mean, all of the Minecraft I've ever played, Stefan, you were also playing that game.
That whole like half an hour, Scott.
Well, we played a couple times. I have like 5 episodes of Teach the Noob on YouTube.
Okay.
But I mean, that's literally, I played for like 2.5 hours, and it was teach me how to play Minecraft, and most of it was, okay, how do I do this, guys? You do that. Okay. Hey, let's go do this. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. What does bow plus 4 mean? I don't get this. So, or whatever, it's bow 4 or what, I don't remember. It's been a long time. But again, I hope it works for you guys, because like again, we're not trying to downplay what you guys are trying to do. Don't misunderstand us. That's not it at all. I hope you guys have the knowledge and power to stop those sort of people from showing up. And again, I don't know how that's possible, so good luck. That's all I can say.
Drink bleach, get off the server. Jesus. Oh my god.
See? Wolfman, you're the reason why they need these so man. Tell me to drink bleach. I'm out of here.
Oh,
anyway. So, moving on. So, console support for Gwent, the Witcher card game, will be discontinuing December 9th. CD Projekt Red has announced it will end support for the console versions of Gwent on December 9th. The company stated it was discontinuing support for the console versions of Gwent the Witcher card game due to the increase of supported platforms and the fact that PC and mobile were the most popular platforms. Having just launched Gwent on iOS, and with the Android version coming, the number of supported platforms would significantly increase, reads the official statement. Looking to the future, we do not believe we can support a growing number of different versions while improving feature parity between them. Considering that PC and mobile are the most popular platform among players, we've made a tough decision to discontinue support of the console versions of the game. Those who play currently on PS4 and Xbox One will have oh my god. It's starting, folks. Remember what I said at the beginning? Those who play currently on Xbox One and PS4 will have the option to copy account progress and purchases over to their GOG accounts for use on PC, iOS, and soon Android. There will be no regular updates for console versions starting with the December 9th update, and all real money purchases will cease on console starting today. So here's the thing. I'm going to put my insight on this. When it comes to playing digital card games like Gwent or Hearthstone or Eternal or Magic or any of these things, console versions of all of these games have always sucked. They've always been trash.
There was a couple of the Magic games that I used to play on Xbox 360 that weren't too bad. Yeah, but I completely understand what you mean. What you're saying though, because I don't know, it just doesn't have the same feeling.
Yeah. In comparison to their PC counterparts or their iOS counterparts, it's just so much easier to play these games on console than it is to try to on PC or even on iOS than it is to try to play on any other platform. I mean, I have
a good comparison for you.
Go ahead.
Have you ever noticed that when you go and try and say, "Oh, let's go and do a browser search on my PlayStation. I'm gonna look up The Witcher card game. All right, over, up T, down, over, H, over, up E, down, space, up." Are you fucking with me right now? Like, that alone? Oh, what about if you had the keyboard? Hello? I have man hands, so meaning, like, that's not... I don't have dainty fingers to point those little tiny buttons. It's bad enough on a fucking cell phone.
Yeah.
And that thing's intuitive, at least. A keyboard on a fucking... on a gamepad is not.
No. I've had the Xbox keypad, and I've fat-fingered that thing so many fucking times. I probably fat-fingered it more than I was accurate. Trust me. It makes sense at this point because, like, card games that are, like, actively competitive with, like, other players. Now, I'm gonna discount games like that are like, you know, like Slay the Spire or other games that have only single-player content to it. That's different. All right? Because that allows you to take your time. You don't need to be fast. You don't need to be, like, super, you know, proactive when playing these sort of games. But card games like Magic, card games like Eternal, Gwent, Hearthstone, you need to be far more interactive with these games, especially since a lot of them have timers on how long you're allowed to take your turn.
Well, the other thing is you're probably more used to sitting back, and a mouse simulates more of moving to your cards and getting to different things faster than using a controller. The other thing is with consoles, most times, card players, if you know most of them, are going to be playing on PC for the fact that a lot of people are playing consoles for action games.
Yeah.
And, like, even RPGs on consoles are still action RPG games. Yeah. Now, it's not, you're not getting a lot of JRPGs where you're getting a lot of visual novel type kind of stuff or anything like that. No.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot of action, and that's what you have all these button presses and stuff for. With card games, you're moving, selecting. Now I want to do this. Click on this. You know, with a console controller, it's like, okay, again, up, here, down. Nah, fuck, I didn't mean to do that. there's never a time that you say that hardly when you're playing with a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
So.
Not always.
Not always. No, but I mean, like,
go back to my Eternal stream this afternoon, and I can tell you like once or twice, I'm just like, oh, I didn't do it.
That's when you start getting cocky with the mouse. So you start feeling like, oh, I'm so at one with this mouse, and then you're all like, yeah, I'm just gonna slide down here, and then you do that one thing where like you just have this little muscle glitch that somehow moves the mouse over like 2 fucking inches, and you're like, no, that's not what I wanted to do.
You end your turn. You know, like I did this afternoon. Went to play a power card, and then end my turn, and then didn't play my power card. It's like, oh. And I didn't play it. Good, because I wanted to be a turn behind. But anyway, I think like the main thing about all of these games is that it's just a player base. The player base on console games of any type are always going to be smaller than PC versions. I don't care what anybody tells you. There are more people playing on PCs than consoles. It's just truth, you know? And whenever I go to find a game on like Eternal, it could be 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm finding players like that, you know?
Found you.
So it's just player bases. So if you play Gwent on your console, sorry.
But at least you can move over. So
yeah, right. So Sonic Redesign cost less than $5 million, achieved without exploitation. Sonic Redesign achieved with no exploitation or crunch, says the animator. Speaking to an Argentinian Sonic fan site translated by Tails Channel via Nintendo Life, the significant redesign to one of gaming's most legendary characters was done without crunch and did not come at significant cost to the studio Paramount. We were personally told that to change Sonic's model, nearly 5 months of work were necessary, and they started working on the face, said Max Schneider, animator on the movie. To make the redesign, they had the model from the first trailer and the model of modern Sonic. With this method, they compared and checked what they could change to reach a balance between both models. It has been reported that the Sonic redesign cost less than $5 million after an earlier claim speculated it was closer to $35 million. Jesus. Either way, that's a hell of a lot of cheddar to change the teeth on a hedgehog. The film was also delayed following the first trailer due to much backlash and mockery online. The redesigned Sonic the Hedgehog was revealed in a new trailer earlier this month, revealing a new character design that's much closer to the actual Sonic we know from the video games. I.e., he actually looks like a video game character and not some sort of weird human being. So, Paramount, by spending less than $5 million, you're probably going to get 10 times that much back for the people that will actually go see your movie now.
And for the love of God, can you put some new commercials on your fucking TV channel?
Yeah.
God.
But I think this is, good on them for, actually listening to the people about this. Because what cost them eventually less than $5 million, like I said, now those people who weren't going to go see the movie because of how shitty it looked are now going to see the movie because of how good it looks now. So you're definitely, the money you lost in redesigning it, you're going to make tenfold in just people that go to see the movie. It's just that plain and simple.
I'll watch it free in 10 years on TV. I'm good.
Fair enough.
No, I'll probably try and go and see it in theaters as well.
Yeah. I don't know, Stefan, how much of a fan of Starship Troopers you are?
I enjoyed the movie.
They're getting their own RTS game in 2020. Starship Troopers Terran Command is coming to PC next year. Starship Troopers, otherwise known as the greatest film ever made in the humble opinion of that writer, is getting its own real-time strategy game. In development from Slytherin Games and the Aristocrats, who previously worked on Order of Battle World War II, Starship Troopers Terran Command puts you in charge of armies as they go head-to-head with giant alien bugs. If you take one of the most iconic movies from the 90s and shape it into a strategy game of survival that mixes classic real-time mechanics, tower defense, and tactical deployment of units, then you have Starship Troopers Terran Command in a nutshell. Writes Slithering development director Ian McNeil. I think that's Ian, right? It kind of looks like Ian. In a post according to the new title. Modern strategy games are fast-paced and they successfully blend unit management, survival, and captivating storytelling. Nothing is more suited this type of gameplay than Starship Troopers universe, where there is a continuous sense of danger and uncertainty. The game promises dynamically generated campaigns and a campaign mode where the storyline and missions will develop according to your choices and how well you do on the battlefield. Remain obedient to the fascist Terran Command to benefit from fancy unit types and special abilities, or follow your own path to glory. Yeah, this is neat. I don't know how it's going to be different from StarCraft, but...
Or Command and Conquer. It's literally called, like, Terran Command, dude. What?
It's...
like, I don't know.
See, here's the thing. I know a lot of people who would agree with that. Like, not saying it's, like, the greatest movie of all time, because it's Starship Troopers. It's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. But it wasn't, like... top 10 movies of all time, which a lot of people I know will argue with me about, which I think is silly, but I also have friends who are more into science fiction than I am, so there's that. I thought Doom was a good movie, so that tells you how well my opinions actually go when it comes to movies. So,
personally, I think a game like this would be better if it was made along the lines of Star Wars Battlefront.
See, that makes sense.
Right?
I mean...
okay, so you can be a trooper on the ground, or you can be a guy in a sky, like a jet or a helicopter or something, or someone who's in some sort of tank thing to take out those bigger bugs, or, you know, maybe you're one of the special people who go after the smart bug. Like, there's so many different choices you can go, and that would make more sense. Just this, like, I don't know, I'm not huge into RTS, so maybe that's why I'm not, like, all for this or whatever, but...
For what it's worth, I'm better at RTS than I am at, like, normal strategy games. So, I mean, I've played a lot of StarCraft, I've played a lot of Warcraft, so I will say that, like, my RTS is terrible compared to, like, regular strategy games, you know, like Civilization, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean, don't get me wrong, it still looked good, though. Like, it looked really nice, like, for an RTS game as well. Like, I liked, like, the more, I don't know, it seemed like the angle was better. Usually they have almost like a super isometric or just an above kind of view, and I'm not too much of a fan of that. This one is almost like a little past the isometric, you know?
Yeah.
It just, I don't know, it looked nicer. Yeah. It reminded me of the movie as well, so it was kind of cool.
Speaking of StarCraft, by the way, StarCraft 2 is getting a Brutal Plus mode with mutators and hundreds of thousands of possible combinations. You want to play StarCraft 2 co-op campaign, but with tornadoes ripping across the map, or every enemy kill comes back as a zombie? Brutal Plus is precisely created for you, you masochist. Similar to Mythic Plus for WoW, is a nod to that. What it does is adds mutators, which are little modifiers on the gameplay. You might have blizzards coming through or something like that, lead UI designer Richard Shutter explains. Each mutator has its own difficulty point value that we pick from to combine to create the difficulty we want. There's hundreds of thousands of possible combinations, so it's not only going to add a lot of challenge to the game, but it's also going to make it much more replayable for co-op. We're really excited about it. As well as adding Brutal Plus, there are also some quality of life updates coming to StarCraft 2. One of the biggest improvements that are coming are map makers in Galaxy Editor. Thank you. One of the most powerful engines out there, but it's not for the most user-friendly engine. Lead co-op designer Kevin Monkdong explains. What we've done is make certain improvements to improve the usability. For example, we have this joke going around in the office where we're like, hey, can you duplicate this unit? And the other guy's like, sure, give me a day and a half maybe. Now we have the option to just essentially Control-V, Control-C, copy and paste. Ryan Shutter actually started out as a modder using the Galaxy editor. It's where Blizzard recruits a lot of its talent for the StarCraft 2 dev team. It's just that versatile, a perfect showcase for possible candidates. We've seen people create things like third-person or first-person shooters, Shutter exclaims. We've seen people create all kinds of crazy stuff in there. It's really awesome. There are some maps on there that just are wildly popular. There's one that we actually worked with last year to release a premium version of it, where you can just get some cosmetics and stuff in the game and support the developer of that map. It's called District Strike. It's a really cool back-and-forth tug-of-war map where you can place down production structures, and it'll send out a wave of units to attack a wave of enemies. You're strategically making decisions about what type of units you need to counter what they're doing. It's really a lot of fun. Oh boy, I'm actually really excited for this. Like they said, Galaxy Editor sometimes was really hard to use. There are a lot of custom maps on StarCraft 2 that are just like, ooh, they're so bueno. And just like playing like other people's, like you can make like literal, like just huge stories and like different things that you can do with Galaxy Editor. Again, I never delved into it because it was hard to use. There were a lot of, like, when it came to, like, Brood War, my brother and I made a lot of stuff. We made a lot of just, like, RPG maps and strategy maps and, you know, different sort of things. Like, we made our own big game hunter maps and stuff like that. And a lot of the stuff was, like, we even did as much as, like, record our own voices to use within the units because that was possible back in StarCraft Brood War. I don't remember how, but I remember it was possible. So, having a Galaxy editor for StarCraft 2 that's now going to be a lot easier to use is a big upgrade. This Brutal Plus to co-op campaign, though? Yeah, passing that. Not because I don't think it's a good idea, it's just because I play a lot of custom maps, so I don't have to do a lot of the actual game.
I don't play any StarCraft 2 at all, so...
Yeah, it's tough to have any sort of input when you don't play the game, but these sound like a whole bunch of fun things that are coming out for StarCraft 2 that are going to be good, nice quality of life changes.
If there's hundreds of thousands of combinations, that sounds like it's a good thing for people who play the game, so...
Yeah. Last couple of the articles that I have here are brought to you guys by Games Radar Plus. I wanted to just throw this in here because I thought this was neat. Cheap Pokemon plush deals. Pikachu and Co-Wrap for winter. Pikachu and Company wrap up for winter, and it's adorable. Is there anything that can warm up a cold, cynical heart more than a cheap Pokemon plush deal? The answer is no. Should be, at least. Especially when those deals involve the cutest toys with winter gear to keep them costly throughout the holiday season. Just look at Charmander's little bobble hat. I can't cope. If you're in the UK, Nintendo themselves are offering a 20% off Pokemon plushies if you use the code Pikachu. Let's talk about this holiday-themed Pokemon first. Hot off their cheap Funko deals the other day. Whatever day that was. I don't remember when. This was yesterday. Yesterday, Walmart are offering a range of wicked cool Pokemon holiday plushes. Yes, we're baffled at the names as well. For a far too affordable, please take my wallet away from me, $14.99 each. There are 4 different versions too. You can pick up a Bulbasaur wearing an elf hat at a jaunty angle, Charmander in the aforementioned bobble hat, Squirtle with matching blue earmuffs, and a Pikachu in a very fetching Santa hat. All of them look rather pleased with themselves, probably because they look dapper as hell and they know it. They're roughly 8 inches tall and super huggable, but they're also limited edition and won't hang around for long. Either way, they're cheap Pokemon plush deals. I'm sorry I'm reporting on this, but I saw that Venusaur with that hat, and I'm just like, or that Venusaur Bulbasaur with that hat, and I'm just like, oh my god. Oh my god. And that Squirtle looks so... I'm sorry, I'm such a...
Squirt.
Don't do this. Don't. I'm sorry. I love Pokemon so much, and these little plushies here are so cool. And they're gonna be at Walmart, so it's not like they're
What are you apologizing for? You got nothing to apologize for. Everyone likes Pokemon, man. Yeah, it's good stuff.
More apologizing for you. Squirtle. No, stop it. Don't do that. Anyway, they're $14.99 at Walmart, so they're like super affordable and they're super accessible. You know? Walmart. You probably have one within like 6 inches of your house, so... Anyway, moving along from that. A Dark Souls Kickstarter project aims to create the ultimate version of the Dark Souls book, yep. You Died.
I've seen this.
Kickstarter project.
The Kickstarter project, actually.
A Kickstarter project to create a deluxe hardcover edition of Dark Souls book, You Died, the Dark Souls compilation has launched. The original paperback version was written by Keza McDonald and Jason Killingsworth and was first published back in April of 2016. Focusing on examining the game's mysterious lore as well as the stories that have sprung out of the people's times in Lordran, Dark Souls fans took it to heart. Now, this Kickstarter is aiming to create a version of the book that matches the intricate detail of the game that inspired it. Writing on the Kickstarter page, author Jason Killingsworth explained why he is revising the project. The hardcover edition of You Died felt like it just needed to exist. A game as timeless as Dark Souls deserves a classic-feeling volume that will look as striking on one shelf or coffee table. This isn't just a republishing of the book either. Not only will it have revised and updated text, there will also be screens captured by Duncan Harris, who creates video game photography as Dead End Thrills. Killingsworth also recruited Edge Magazine's art director Andrew Hine to help redesign the full-color book. Check out the spread from the book. It's going to be on the screen there. Right, you're probably wondering what the reward tiers are. For 45 euros or more, you get a copy of the book, whereas 55 euros or more, you'll get a Way of the White variant cover. $80 or more, or 80 euro or more, you get both, which you can see on the screen right now. 150 euros, you will not only get both books, but you will also receive a limited edition You Died poster, as well as having your name carved into the book's acknowledgement section. 295 euros or more will net you the Gravelord Servant Edition, which is leather bound and comes with its own protective coffin, which is pretty theatrically appropriate for Dark Souls, as well as the poster. Finally, 1,000 euros or more will get you everything mentioned thus far, as well as your name symbolically encrypted into the book. You will know where your name is, but no one else will. Well, give or take the designer. If you are a Dark Souls fan, then you can contribute to the Kickstarter's project on its page, which is looking to raise 42,792 British pounds, I think those are, to get this ultimate version of You Died made.
I'm pretty sure it's already done.
I'm at the actual Kickstarter now. It's at 18,495, 55,000, with 180 backers and 23 days to go. So
they're about over a third of the way there. So about a third of the way there. With 23 days to go. Also, with how nice these books look, Scott. Oh my God, they look fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
These books look really
so
nice.
Good. I had it open and then I seen that you were covering and I was like, alright. But yeah, these... And I have never played the Dark Souls games and I want this.
I haven't either. And
like that,
they look really, really nice.
God, dude.
I mean, just the front of the books and like, man, they look really good. The art that they're showing, like the in-game art or like the art design on some of these pages look really, really nice. So, again, they were looking for 45 euros, so it's roughly about $50 US to get yourself a deluxe hardcover of the book, and it's about $61 to get the white cover of the book. And both of them look really good. So, I'm going to throw that out there for you guys. The original page has both looks somewhere around halfway down. The white cover looks really, really nice. I'm going to throw that out there. It looks really good.
With the gold inscriptions. But then the black one has the silver. Oh, they both look fucking sexy.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on. So here's something I found interesting. PlayStation 5 pre-order signups are already live across several game retailer websites. Several of the largest retailers in the gaming industry have begun the process for taking PS5 pre-orders, suggesting that Sony's official marketing push for the next-gen console is close to kicking off, presumably sometime early in 2020. As first reported by Spiel Times, the likes of Best Buy US, Game UK, Dustin Home in Norway, and Game Mania in the Netherlands now have official pages on their websites allowing interested customers to register for notifications about the PS5 pre-order as soon as it arrives. The successor to the PS4 is anticipated to release sometime holiday 2020, alongside Microsoft's own new console, the Xbox Project-Scarlett, and leaked Sony patents, along with fresh photos of PS5 developers, have already revealed next-gen's console dev kit and controller. We still don't know what the PS5 launch game slate could be, but the recent job listings have indeed suggested that Horizon Zero Dawn 2 and a God of War sequel are already actively in the works, while Blue Point Games of Shadow of the Colossus PS4 remake fame has confirmed it's working on a next-gen exclusive for PlayStation.
Oh, that's exciting.
Wow. I mean, that just... this sort of thing kind of just solidifies the fact that we are going to get PS5 next year, and I really like the fact that they're talking about, like, Blue Point Games is already in the works for another game. Can you imagine if they decided to do a new gen Shadow of the Colossus? Yeah. I just... Ooh.
Yeah.
So, anyway, moving on. This is something I wanted to discuss for, like, any of my other Diablo players out there. Diablo 4 isn't going to have ancient items, Blizzard has confirmed. Blizzard has announced that they don't plan to include ancient items in Diablo 4, a decision the studio says was based on feedback from the community. In the second developer update focusing on D4's design system, Blizzard detailed how they plan on handling a few hot-button issues, including affixes, attack and defense changes, and ancient items, or the lack thereof. The removal of ancient items and the introduction of a new consumable should address the usefulness of yellow items, or rares, as well as increase the depth and complexity of player gear choices in endgame, Blizzard says. The new consumable will only be found by looting monsters in the late endgame and will come with one random legendary affix, which can then be applied to any non-legendary item. As for how affixes themselves will work in D4, Blizzard says they're considering a few updates to the system. For one, by increasing the amount of affixes on items, Blizzard hopes to raise the overall importance of non-legendary affixes on your character's overall level of power. There are also 3 new stats coming to Diablo 4: Angelic Power, which extends the duration of beneficial effects, Demonic Power, which extends the duration of negative effects, and Ancestral Power, which increases the chance of on-hit effects. Finally, Diablo 4 will restrict attack stats to weapons and defensive stats to armor, and you won't find either stat on jewelry. Blizzard says this was another community-influenced decision designed to better embrace the fantasy of each type of item. Starting in February, we'll get more substantive updates on D4's development, but now the time to make your voice heard. As earlier updates, Blizzard wrapped up the updates by asking for feedback from the community about the ideas brought to the table, which of course aren't 100% set in stone. See, I think this is a great idea. Starting out from, like, the whole, since you haven't played, you said you haven't played Diablo 3, right?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so let me explain to those who haven't played Diablo 3 what ancient items are. All right. So let's just say that you want to make a particular build of a sorceress. You want to make a specific, Nova, or I can't remember what it's called, but like items for certain builds need certain item, okay? Or certain builds need certain items. So to be able to make the most of your build, you need a specific set of armor to maximize its effects, all right? However, items can also be spawned as ancient items, okay? And then primal ancient items. And here's the thing. they're rare. Like primals and primal ancients are like super rare. All right, and they are maximized stats of whatever the item is. So if the item was meant to have like 900 to 1,000 intelligence, the primal ancients are going to have 1,000. All of their stats are maxed. Okay. Here's the problem with this. All of these items were ungodly rare. Okay. If you played, I don't know, 50, I think they said like 50 greater rifts at like the level that your character can handle at the maximum difficulty, you found one for every 50 runs.
Jesus.
Okay? Here's the problem with that. It could be a primal ancient of any frickin' item. So when your build, to maximize your ability to get higher up in the ranks and higher on the leaderboards, needing these items, and you get them once every 50 runs, and it's probably not going to be an item you need, you can see the problems. Where you could sit and you could do greater rifts for like 2-3 hours and never get anything out of it outside of experience and gold. So I like the fact that ancient items are going to be gone, because it's just like, okay, once I find this item, I know I don't have to look for it again. Or if I find it again, maybe like the min-maxes of the stats are going to be a little different.
Min-max.
It kind of sounds like that they're going back to the formula of Diablo 2. Just throwing that out there.
Same thing when they're talking about this whole, the usefulness of yellow items. How you used to, in Diablo 3, you used to be able to take those rare items and upgrade them into the better ones.
Kind of like Diablo 2.
I'm just throwing that out there. Kind of how Diablo 2 did things.
Diablo 2.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like Diablo 4 is going to be Diablo 3 with Diablo 2 mechanics.
Good.
Like everybody wanted in the first place. I'm just, just saying. Maybe this will be the game that the people actually wanted.
See? And that's part of the reason why I didn't play Diablo 3. A lot of the people who I knew that were like really into the game are all like, eh.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked Diablo 3. Again, I had played an embarrassing amount of Diablo 2, so I understand where people are coming from. I get it. Diablo 3 just wasn't the same thing as 2. And maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing, but I think it was kind of bad more overall, because Diablo 2 is not even arguably a better game.
Well, I mean, maybe people are getting all excited because it's more like Diablo 2. That's what it seems like so far. So
I'm just saying, go back to what worked.
That's what everyone loved.
Go back to what everybody loves, and it kind of does sound like that's where they're going with that. Right. I like the idea that they're going with jewelry. I like the fact that they are going to leave the attack prefixes and the suffixes on weapons, the defensive suffixes and stuff like that on armor, and getting rid of all that stuff on jewelry. I think that's fine. Because it's like, it kind of does what they said, where it's going to be like, if you want a whole buttload of attack, find a weapon that has a buttload of attack. Don't depend on your jewelry to make your weapons better.
Barb should get nipple rings.
You just gotta ruin everything, don't you? You just gotta go there all the time. But anyway, and then the whole those last couple things where they were talking about how there's the 3 new stats, the angelic, demonic, and ancestral powers. I think that's a cool addition, where it's just like, hey, the necromancer with a whole lot of demonic power are going to be able to use curses and have those curses just last forever if you have a lot of demonic power. That's a cool idea. Or if, like, say, you know how barbarians used to have battle orders, and you use it, like, you before going into the cow level, you'd battle orders, and everybody would get all that stuff. With extra angelic power, now those battle orders are going to last for, like, 10 minutes or something like that. That'd be great.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I never used them.
Anyway, I think there's going to be some good changes coming for Diablo 4. I'm hoping that people are going to be able to get past that it looks like Diablo 3, but hopefully it'll play more like Diablo 2. I'm just going to throw that out there. I hope that's what we're going to get. So,
gives you charm ability.
Plus 10 nipple rings. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Last thing I want to talk about here is PlayStation gets a Guinness World Record for becoming the best-selling home console ever.
PlayStation
has been awarded a Guinness World Record for being the best-selling home video console brand ever. Sony Interactive Entertainment posted the news on PlayStation's official Twitter account. As of November 7th, Sony has sold 450 million units across PS1 and through PS4, leading to the certification of the console brand.
What if
PlayStation Twitter says, we're thrilled to be certified as the best-selling home video game console brand ever, with over 450 million units sold across the original PlayStation and PS4, according to GWR. The Guinness World Record comes alongside the 25th anniversary of the release of the original PlayStation, as well as the 25th Annual PlayStation Awards, which took place today, which was 2 days ago. Oh shit, where was I? December 3rd, today, December. Wow, it had the date right after that if I would have just kept reading. Anyway, Sony is currently celebrating the anniversary all week long. As much as Sony next-gen console is still very much on our minds, we won't likely hear of any big PS5 announcements during the anniversary celebration. During the PlayStation Awards, not much was said about next-gen console, but more info is reportedly due come out next year. We don't know what Sony are planning for the 25th anniversary week, but we could see Sony look back at the console's long history and possibly even look back at those who worked on and founded the PS1. It's a pretty cool lifetime. There's more to the article. Ha ha ha. In the PlayStation's blog, Sony Interactive Entertainment President and CEO Jim Ryan wrote about the anniversary and the history of the original PS1. The first PlayStation was released back in 1994 in Japan and sold 100,000 units within the first day. It soon became the first ever home console to surpass 100 million units globally. It's truly humbling to see fans who grew up on PlayStation passing down their love of gaming to their children, who are playing on PS4, Ryan wrote. On behalf of all of us at PlayStation, we thank you for taking this journey with us. We can't wait to celebrate what comes next with you. So, as I was about to say, this is a neat accomplishment. I mean, 450 million consoles sold over 25 years. That's, like 20 million consoles a year. That's pretty good. Pretty good. So, that was a little tidbit of information. Congratulations, PlayStation on your Sony World Record, Guinness World Record, and all that stuff. So, that is it for SDK's portion of the news. So, as always, I will pass it over to my co-host, Stephen, the Old World Gamer.
All right, before we do anything else.
Yes.
There was another news topic I was expecting you to cover, but you did not. And that was the Rocket League update. I know it's fresh as fuck. Oh, but do I have some stuff to talk about?
Oh, preach, OWG.
Alright, so Mr. Six actually made me aware of what was going on with it. He's all like, oh yeah, blueprints are out. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. You can see stuff. He's all like, yeah, go look at the prices.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so 3,000 credits costs about $34 Canadian. Alright?
Uh-huh.
So decals like 100 credits, 200 credits. That's not too bad. You can get quite a few. 3,000. That's lots of them.
Yeah.
How about some wheels, Scott? Would you like? Oh wait. Hold on.
We haven't got that far yet.
Let's go. Let's get a new car. That's 1,000 credits. Maybe 1,200. Possibly a little more sometimes.
Sounds like that's roughly $12 Canadian.
Mm-hmm. That's just for a new car. Now, let's get some new wheels for that car, Scott.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. So, for those new wheels, 1,600, 1,800 credits.
That sounds like it's about $20 Canadian.
I am not interested in spending $15 to $20 on a set of wheels. Don't get me wrong. I love all the different stuff that you can do with the cars. I love all this great stuff. But, like, if that's what your prices are like, man, someone's kids are going to be just, like, sorry to use this term, but going to be raping them for their money in order to get Rocket League stuff because that's what they're doing. Man. Even if at the low end, $15 for fucking virtual wheels for a car. Are you fucked? Oh my god, man.
That's the low end. And we were excited for this too, because we talked about this last week.
Yeah, I was like, deadly. I can probably get like a new car for like $5. I can probably get new wheels for like $2 or $3. Not fucking 15. Oh my god.
I just don't get it. And we were singing the praises of this and everything, and then to just like put prices like that on it, it's like, wow.
Yeah, that was disappointing.
Oh, what a mistake, man. I hope that you guys, the developers of Rocket League, can just hear this and be like, listen, maybe we added an extra zero here and there. Maybe we can change this up for, like, Jesus Christ. It's too much.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Yeah. So there goes my chances of ever having new tires for a car, apparently, if I ever wanted some. Holy crap. But at least good times are ahead, for it is the time, Scotch Devil.
Is it time?
Egg.
Is it that time in the podcast? Is it time for my favorite section of the podcast? It should be your favorite section of the podcast, because how many times do I have to tell you that it should be your favorite section of the podcast? It is the Steam Queue.
Yeah, the worst part is... Oh, there it is. I have to go and look up. It's never on the fucking thing when I'm looking for it now. I gotta go find it. Oh man. Yeah. Here it is, finally. My god.
Changes to Steam. They've been great.
Oh, so...
They've been awesome. All these changes...
So
I hope you guys see me shaking my head because I'm being really sarcastic right now.
I was playing this new game called Pulsar all week. Well, it's not new. It's actually been out for a while now, but they've updated it and it's really juicy now, and I like it. It's like playing Star Trek, kind of. Anyways, I don't know what my Discovery Queue is going to be like, so I haven't played any pixely games this week, so... I'm sorry.
Here's hoping.
Here's hoping indeed.
And good luck, everybody.
No! This is almost the same game as MacDo's 95. No! Ignore. We're going next... What do you mean, explore? Did I not end it from last week? Okay, that makes more sense. Jesus Christ. Wait, Super Smash. We've already seen this one, too. View my queue. Okay, stop. Stop doing this to me. Refresh. New one, please. Okay, apparently the Steam Queue is broken, as you can see here from being broken.
You know,
Let's try. What's this one? Does it actually work though? No!
Done. Good night, everybody.
Oh, I can see a fun Twitter message later. Steam, why? Why am I all the way over here?
Also looked like the broadcast froze.
Oh yeah, we keep buffering once in a while. That's due to my connection being awesome. Well, I guess we're not getting a Steam Queue this week. I am very upset about this.
You're upset. It's my favorite part of the podcast, man.
I want to view my queue. Stop fucking with me. Yeah, let's customize it. Yeah, let's customize it.
There you go.
Not software. You know what? Look, we'll even take RTS and... Oh no! I put those games back in? Oh shit. Okay, whatever. Oh, and then now they give me a new queue. Red Dead Redemption. You know what? I'll add to my wish list because I do want to play it, but get out of here. I'm not looking at that again. Alright. So, what do we actually have here now? Fuck. That took forever. Why did... We had the Steam Queue back, everybody.
Red Dead 2, okay, moving on.
Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. This just came out.
I already told you how I feel about these sort of games, so I will not judge this one.
No, I mean, I've always liked this game. It's just I was never good at it because it looks. Oh,
yeah,
I'm a fucking nerd and I love it. All right, so next up we have Planet Zoo. Build a world for wildlife in Planet Zoo. From developers of Planet Coaster and Zoo Tycoon comes the ultimate zoo sim. Construct detailed habitats, miniature zoo, and meet authentic living animals who think, feel, and explore the world you create around them. This actually looks really good. Like the animals, I mean, look like they're done well.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's another one of those, like, big explory, go look at the animals and...
If you do the animals well, though, it shows how well you animate. Because, I know that horses are supposed to be, like, one of the more difficult animals to learn to animate. Yeah. Like, anything that's four-legged, basically. I guess, so to be able to show all this different stuff and then, like, different types of hairstyle that an animal would have kind of thing.
Oh, they have the red pandas, too. Woo! I like them.
Mm-hmm. This actually looks pretty good. You're literally making a zoo.
So, why isn't this just called Zoo Simulator?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, because it's not the same company. Just saying.
Oh, snow tigers, snow leopards.
It's pretty nice. Tigers, pretty cool. Got the peacocks. Yeah. Jesus, they dropped that fucking guy from space. What the hell's going on? Jesus. They're like, whoa! Why are you up there? Why are you falling? Again, remember, I'm seeing this on, like...
I like how the animals look more realistic than the people.
Oh, we got protesters and everything? Oh my god. Like, you know, a real zoo would.
Yeah.
Free the iguanas! You know, I don't think I would have elephants that close to the actual people. I'm just throwing that out there.
Why?
Like, there was like a small wooden fence between those people and those elephants.
And you also have to have a peanut vendor on the opposite side.
Those elephants would have just beat the shit out of those people.
Peanut vendor.
Right.
I don't want to watch it again. But I will add it to my wish list. That actually looks like it'd be fun. 51.49. Jesus Christ Superstar. Woo! Alright, next in queue. Oh, come on, man. Transport Fever 2. You listeners out there can't see my face. You get... By the way, we upload videos of all of our podcasts. You should definitely check them out sometime on YouTube. So, if you want to check out our beautiful faces. But yeah, I'm not playing Transport Fever 2. It's not happening. There's too many. Oh, you want to back a bus into somewhere? No, I don't. What about a transport trailer? I just said I didn't want to do a bus. That's worse.
So this is basically SimCity without the city, right? Is what I'm saying.
I guess so. Day of Dragons? Online creature survival game set in a large, beautiful sandbox open world with multiple biomes and distinct creatures. Rule the world as one of the several dragon species, or play as an elemental.
I think we've seen this before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we totally did. Oh, wait, doesn't he do something funny when he's walking through or something? Oh, no, he starts flying or some shit.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing this before.
Yeah, we definitely seen this at some point. Next. Borrow Trauma.
Is a cooperative multiplayer.
You hold on now. Let me explain it. Actually, let him explain it.
Listen, we're doing a show here, Preview. Come on, man.
This goddamn fucking Jesus Christ, Scott.
Trauma is a cooperative multiplayer submarine simulator in space.
Multiplayer submarine simulator in
it's
space?
A game of teamwork, creative choices, and crisis management.
What the hell?
Oh no, I don't like no,
Survive in a hostile alien environment
Jesus.
humanity was never meant to reach. Welcome to the dark ocean beneath the frozen surface of Jupiter's
Alright, so here's the thing about SDK that you might not have known.
It takes place on Europa, by the way.
I'm not afraid of water. Okay? Don't misunderstand me. I love to swim. I love to be in the water. You would never see my ass in a submarine at any point in my life. You would not see me in any sort of vessel that goes underneath the water. Nope. No, thank you.
Why?
This sort of stuff gives me. It's like it's the same. It's like that same thing of like being afraid of heights. It's just like the other way around. It's kind of like the. I don't.
Well, like swimming around in heights and like taking a shower in heights.
I don't like the fact that like I don't know. It's like the same like apprehension. I've never been on an airplane. You know, I've never had to take a trip on an airplane before.
Okay.
So like that first time apprehension I feel is gonna like make me sick or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's like that. You know, I know I'm in. You know. I'm in a vehicle that has like a less than 1% chance of ending my life, but I'm gonna be 30-something thousand feet in the air, and I don't like being on a ladder.
A ladder.
So you know, yeah, exactly. Like, I went on like some sort of like fishing trip or something like that ages ago, and we were on a boat, and we were out in the ocean. We were really far out there, and there was no land visible at a certain point, and it was just like, oh my god, like just no. I'm a big fan of this. I don't like the fact that I'm in a place where if something happened to me, I wouldn't know which direction to go.
But see, that's the thing. You should be knowing that stuff before you go out to begin with. Otherwise, what are you doing out there?
Well,
you have to have some kind of plan. I know you're never going to be thinking like, oh, I'm going on a yacht with some people. What's the worst that could happen? The worst that could happen is you could get fucking tipped over and be the only person who's left alive there. And you've got to know, like, hey, which direction do I swim in? Well, you know which way the stars are pointing, know which way, like, oh, the sun came up over here, and so if I keep swimming in this direction, I'll keep going in one direction. You know, I don't know. I used to work on a boat, actually. Our family used to own a boat. We used to fish for about 2 weeks at a time, about 400 miles away from any land. So, and that's in the North Atlantic, very far North Atlantic. So it was freezing cold waters as well. So, Yeah, that it is terrifying, but that's the thing. You got to know what you're doing when you're out there. That's like we have to know to put on your suits so that if the boat was to go down, you can put on the suit and basically you can stand in the water. I know that sounds weird, but you stand straight up in the water because of its buoyancy, and you're protected because it's fully insulated and stuff. Now, obviously, it's not going to keep forever, but yeah, it's I can understand how trippy it is to. I mean, to me, it's still trippy as well. So I understand, Scott.
That, to summarize everything that we've been going over here, that game's not going on my wish list.
No, I'm particularly not super interested.
We totally went on a huge tangent there.
But you know what? That's
just
fine.
Just enough to say...
That is okay. Little Big Workshop. Manage your workers, stations, machine. No! I don't want to manage! Ignore. Next. I'm sorry. I'm just not into it. Tabs. Totally accurate battle simulator? What is that one simulator? It's because the other one was... Oh my god, those dudes who were holding on to those bowls for those... Oh, this is a hilarious game. Oh my god. Okay, no. I was about to poop on this for a second, and then I seen how fucking hilarious it was. Oh my god, they just... those guys were still in the boat. Oh man, how strong are those two dudes today? Oh, I'm just gonna lift the boat and 3 dudes. And why is the guy holding the other dude by the crotch? What is happening? This is so crazy looking. Oh, okay. He is definitely riding his sword.
I can't get past the fact that this is called Totally Accurate Battle Simulator.
Tabs.
I like how they all look like they're drunk as fuck.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck's going
It's
on?
awesome. Oh, I loved it. Yeah, I added it to my wish list.
Sure. That looked fun as hell. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like so completely out there, but it's just like, here's 100 guys that look like they're on fucking morphine patches versus another guy who look like that they're on opioids. Let's go.
Yeah.
Fight to the death.
Liz. Automation Empire. Ignore. Next. Nancy Drew. Midnight in Salem. Are you fucking with me right now, Steam? Next. God damn it. Bloons T. Oh, I'm not doing this, man. I've got to play other games next week, Scott. Jesus Christ, man. Ooh, okay. This could be alright. Hell Let Loose is a realistic World War II first-person shooter with open battles of 100 players with infantry. So basically Battlefield.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Okay. So, as it's newer. Oh, okay. Battlefield.
It's newer. Because there won't be a new Battlefield next year either.
Oh, I'm thinking of like the very first Battlefield game, which is I thought was actually a lot of fun. Oh yeah, everyone's dying in the water. That's the best place to die. It's so cold.
Those are lasers? What the hell?
Dude.
Why does it look like there's lasers?
I don't know.
What?
Unique resource-based strategic metagame. I don't know. It's not something I think I would play. I'm not a first person shooting this.
Kind of weird.
So we're gonna finish our queue. That may have been
the worst queue yet. But you know what, Stefan? We had some laughs. We had some good times, and we talked about, and we had a little community group talk about how, like, most of us, except for Stefan, hate the water. So, probably DP. It just looked like lasers to me. I don't know.
See, I'm having a terrible day, so I assume that it's gonna keep going, but I know it's coming up next, so I know that we're going to get to see some cool stuff. Next, we have our news from IndieRetroNews.com. Sweet Jesus, if you haven't been there, what have you been doing with your life? My God. So, first up we have Magic Tomb, an upcoming PC dungeon crawler with an old school feel. This looks awesome. They just put this up like not even an hour ago. Not even two and a half hour. Fancy playing a dungeon crawler that doesn't look like it's come straight out of Legend of Grimrock, Stockroom? Then take a look at BHR's work-in-progress game of Magic Tomb. A work-in-progress game that the developer says is a simple, old-school, grid-based dungeon crawler with a 3D first-person viewpoint. 2D sprites, and a short level that is available to try right now through the Game Maker community. Yeah, I love that we always get videos too.
Right.
It makes me happy. Although still a work in progress state, as seen by the video above, we can already see a lot of love has gone into Magic Tomb. It doesn't just feature a rather old school monochrome vibe, a bit like a classic Macintosh game, but there's atmospheric sound effects, enemies to fight, rooms to explore, and items to find. Certainly a game I'm going to keep my eye on, indeed.
I'm trying to fix my chair. Excuse me, everybody, as it looks like I'm like having a...
He's reaching down for a poop.
There we go. There we go. My chair was on extreme relaxation mode, and I needed to just sit up.
Okay, now the music's more fitting. I was like, I hope it's not just a continuous track all the way through, because I would be disappointed then, but no. It's... I'm scared, Mom!
Mom!
Let's just turn that down a fraction, because we'll probably be, like, scared shitless from a rat or something. Like, there's one. Oh, I like the look of this so far.
Looks pretty smooth, honestly.
I don't know if Wolfman's still here or not, but he would definitely enjoy this, as would Mr. Blindman's World. A torch. You can see further away now. Look at you. You're magic, but not really. I use my sword of cutting. It cuts. Cheese, other things as well. What is that? What is that?
Cheese.
Oh, it's a bat. Oh, when they're sideways, I got so confused. I was like, what the hell is that supposed to be? Is that a flying rat? And it's like, yep. That's pretty much what it is.
That's about right.
Yeah. 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 Oh, shit. That rat was, like, in your mouth. I want to see more now. Oh, this is like a lot. Oh, that is a pit. At Bradjewel. Okay, look at that. Yeah. Oh. All right, that looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I like the little, like they said, the monochrome palette theme that they have going there. It's really nice. It's very easy in the eyes. Sorry.
Yes, it is, and it runs very smoothly too. So.
Yeah.
Very, very pleasing to watch.
Mm-hmm. And again, as I said, very atmospheric. So, Up next, we have Tiny Little Slug. Woo! We had a look at this before. An upcoming Amiga platformer from Slammy and XPLR or Explorer A. Explorer? See, the nice thing about people who get to do this in text, they don't have to, like, butcher people's names. You just put it there and it's like, fucking perfect. And then I have to say, and then I'm like, Explorer, and I'm like, oh, wait, no. Anyways.
That's what, those guys over at Indie Retro News, and it's like, man, it's definitely going to talk about this. Let's put the most complicated name up there possible. I just want to hear him mispronounce it.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sure people have done shit like that to me before. Alright, so in August this year, we gave everyone a heads up regarding an upcoming Amiga game from Slammy and Explorer called Tiny Little Slug, a game that looked to feature not just lovely graphics, but gameplay that everyone in the family could enjoy. Well, time has moved on since then, and another heads up from Explorer. We've been told Tiny Little Slug is not only at its final stage of testing, but thanks to player feedback, the game looks, plays, and sounds better than ever.
Nice.
According to the team behind the game, and from what we can see in the video, the last update video is now a few months old. They decided to post a new one, including overhauled changes. These changes include a final slug design, checkpoint viewpoint, now having visual feedback, more visible animations such as switches, level difficulty adjustments, the removal of the heat wave replaced with parallax, and much, much more. For those of you wanting to know when we can play the game, the leader of the project has said the game has reached the state he wanted it to be at, and content-wise the game is at 100% with bugs, fixing, and quality assurance still to be done.
Neat. Looking forward to seeing how this looks now. I remember the first time that we watched this preview, it was like, it was a little weird. And there was, I think that there was like no collision that they had put in it yet.
I believe so, and I think it was zoomed in a lot or something too.
Yeah, it was. It was like,
and we were just like, what's going on?
Yeah, we were kind of like weirded out because like there was no collision or anything.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, cool checkpoint. Oh, this looks way better, dude. This looks solid now.
Checkpoints now have visual feedback. That's cool.
Small gap is okay. Oh, good. See? I like this arcade explaining of controls. Hey, you need a manual? Well, not really. How about you just use this and you know the controls now. Don't forget them. We just told you before you played.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
Slug can climb walls and ceilings. Neat.
The backwards jump is awesome. Whoa. Oh. Alright, alright. Oh
yeah.
Oh god. Okay, now I can see what. Yeah, this is way better than I thought it was gonna be, dude.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot better than it was before.
The platforming in the lava stage when you see it looks awesome. No. So I may be in the works of getting an Amiga. Alright. Because I want to play some of these Amiga games, man. They look awesome. Alright.
Yeah, it definitely looks way better.
Oh, God, yes. They should definitely do an NES release. Just saying, speedrunners would eat the shit out of it. They would eat it up. I'm telling you right now. Basconian Ultimate, 1980s multi-directional scrolling shooter, arrives on the Atari 5200. Ooh. Whoa. It's the Atari's turn for a great port, as we just learned from the 1980s Namco game of Basconian has recently appeared in the Atari 5200, which was previously ported over to the Atari 8-bit by the same coder, Shanti77. Currently available as Basconian Ultimate. With all the latest patches included, this game is a multi-directional scrolling shooter arcade game with similarities to Star Control. It requires you, as the spaceship pilot, to score as many points as possible by destroying enemy missiles and bases while also avoiding asteroids, mines, and other such ship-destroying objects. This rather unheard-of game, Basconian, was already ported over to the Sharp X68000, MSX, and C64. I need looking at that Sharp one now. With the sequel, Basconian 87, released in 1987 for the Amstrad CPC, C64, and ZX Spectrum. It was also a rather unique shooter in the fact it featured digitized speech such as blast off and alarm, alarm, which after a while could get a little bit annoying. As for the improved version, it features a title screen and high score, the same as the 128K version. Blast off sample at the beginning of the game, nicer ghosts, 5 samples added, and many other minor fixes. Oh, it's a 33-minute long video. Damn.
Ooh, jeez. we'll look at a little bit of it.
Locked off.
Whoa.
Alive.
Oh yeah, I can see. Yeah. So wait, is this the game or where's the new one? Oh, they're showing all. This is the arcade. Okay. This is a comparison of all of them. Jesus.
Alive.
Oh, this is the sharp one. Oh, damn. This reminds me of a Sega, actually. Sega Genesis. So this is strange. I guess it's just a comparison of Basconian and all the different systems, but... So at least we get a bit of an idea of what type of game it is. It's actually very interesting. I thought it was a Galaga sprite that they had there first, but I was incorrect.
Right.
I believe.
It did look like it.
Is that what it was?
It definitely did look like.
Okay, let's refresh and we should. That's a gap.
It definitely looks like it. It's like 100%.
So close. Okay. Anyways, that doesn't matter. So yeah, no, it's coming to the 5200. So that's pretty cool, actually, because I guess anyone with the 5200 would be quite happy about that. So, this is kind of funny. I'm pretty sure we featured this just last week.
Okay.
Donkey Kong Jr. Game & Watch. LR Games ports a classic to multiple Commodore systems. It took us by surprise, as thanks to a heads up by our good friend Thermoptic. We've been told Arla Games has not only released a port of Donkey Kong Jr. Game & Watch on the C16 Plus 4, but also the VIC-20 and the Commodore PET. PET. Although he is still currently developing the C64 version, which is due soon. Okay. If you've not read our previous articles, these are ports of the Donkey Kong Jr. game, which was originally released in '82.
Okay.
So I guess they released other ports for other like Commodore type consoles. But I guess the Commodore 64 is going to be a more advanced version, more likely. That's what it looks like anyways.
Yeah.
Alright, and Scott.
Oh yeah.
Boss Machine. Yeah. This upcoming Amiga shoot 'em up looks seriously cool.
Okay.
Shoot 'em ups are coming in thick and fast for the Commodore Amiga. Not only do we have NVIDIA and Reshoot Proxima 3 to look forward to at some point during 2020. But as of today, we've been informed by multiple people in regards to an upcoming Amiga game called Boss Machine. A high-quality shoot-'em-up in development by Daniel Stevens, Kevin Saunders, and Lee Smith that has been shown off in 2 early project teaser videos. Why do those names sound super familiar?
Sure.
According to Daniel, he has said he has been working on this game for classic Amigas with Kevin Saunders, Pixel Genius. Oh, that's probably why. He was also very busy with Screaming Beats by Lee Smith, and that he hopes to finish it sometime in 2020. As for other pieces of information, graphics in one of the videos are ripped only from for testing from the classics ECS title Lionheart, and the team on the Amiga game are aiming for a Thunder Force 4 style shooter as seen on Mega Drive Genesis. In the words of Daniel, this means pushing the Amiga quite hard and using vertical scroll with lots of horizontal screens. Quite tricky on the Amiga. So let's have a look at this. This is interesting as hell, dude. It looked just into like the one pause screen. I was just like, oh. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, I was just about to say there's no enemies yet, but there we go. Ooh.
I like those backgrounds.
I like everything about this so far. And I don't play shoot 'em ups. I'm not fantastic at them, so that's why I don't play them. But the music is very like, ooh, like jazzy almost. Or, Oh, I don't want to say jazzy. Groovy? There you go. Oh my god. I wonder what part of your ship is the part that they have to hit. Because I've seen them come. Maybe there's no hit detection yet? But like from them to you. But so far, I haven't really seen them get direct hit. It's always been like close-ish.
Yeah, they've passed through a couple enemies at this point. But probably no hit detection just to be able to show off.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely no hit detection yet.
Well, Jesus, as a start, this looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, right.
I like the way the bullets are. Like, they're not, like, super fast or anything. And, like, some of them go the full way, and some of them, like... You see that?
I feel what that is because you're only allowed, it looks like 3 projectiles on the screen at a time. And whenever you fire a 4th one, it disintegrates the first one.
Alright.
Is what I'm seeing. There are a couple games that do the same thing, where if you have too many of your ship's projectiles on the screen, it just stops the first one from existing.
That's what.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, this looks
pretty cool.
Pretty good so far for work in progress. Jesus.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm sure we're going to get updated on Boss Machine again in the future.
Yes, I'm sure we are.
Alright. Catrap, aka Pitman. An upcoming arcade puzzle game for the C64. Lily Lander wasn't the only game worth mentioning today, as we've recently been tagged on Twitter that Carlton Handley and Saltcross is currently developing a new game for the C64 called Catrap. No, aka Pitman. Now, if you like playing arcade platformers, you'll be pleased to know this upcoming C64 game doesn't feature movable blocks, but you can doesn't just feature movable. My God, Scott.
I know.
But you can also swap characters to solve puzzles and use time rewinding mechanics to undo your own mistakes.
Neat.
Currently, we don't have a release date for the C64 game of Catrap.
Catrap, maybe?
Yeah, Catrap. I'm just going to call it Catrap, aka Pitman. But already we can see this game is going to be a ton of fun for all that love the C64. It has lovely animation, plenty of challenges through multiple levels, well thought out puzzles, great graphics, and a charming soundtrack that really fits the game perfectly. We can't wait. Play the goddamn video. Jesus.
Sometimes there are technical difficulties.
No, it's just sometimes every website, everything, every game you ever buy just says, hey, people probably want to have their volume maxed out.
Probably.
They're definitely not using headphones or anything, so. Music 100. Master volume 100. What? Rewind?
This is pretty cool, though. I like the idea of this.
Maybe if you don't have enough moves, you can rewind to redo it.
Alright.
Oh, it stopped. Oh, God damn it. I was waiting to see what's going to happen next. Alright, so that looks very interesting as well. So, Scott.
Yes, sir.
Intellivision. Castlevania on the Intellivision.
Television.
Alright, so this year has been crazy for game announcements, especially with upcoming games such as Risky Rick, Rick Dangerous coming to MSX, Alley Cat for NES, Prince of Persia over to the Intellivision, and even an arcade port of 1942 being developed for the Amiga. Oh, spoilers. But now we're going to go even further, as we've just been told by a good friend of ours that Matthew Keel has shown off brand new footage of his work in progress, Castlevania for the Intellivision as Intellivision. Oh, let's see this.
You guys will forgive me if I'm extremely judgmental because it's Castlevania.
It's Intellivision, dude.
I know. I'm aware.
This is not bad.
I know.
Oh, the music's pretty good too.
I gotta turn the music up.
Yeah, it's really low because they're showing it being played on the screen. That's why we're getting that weird flash, I believe. For anyone who's wondering why you keep seeing that red flash.
The music seems fine.
Yeah. For like what the Intellivision can do, yeah, this is great, dude. It's fast too. Like this is way faster than I thought it would be if they were gonna like make it look like this. Huh.
It's, I dare to say, it's even faster than the original.
Yeah. Oh, no pork chop in the wall for you there. Get out of here. Wait, you're the one who playtesting, but you're the one who made this game. You should know if you put a pork chop there. Wait, I can't remember. Did I put a pork chop there? I'm so hungry right now. Just check your corners for pork chops. All right.
I told you I was going to be critical.
Mm-hmm.
For the Intellivision, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, dude. Like, it looked really good for the Intellivision.
Mm-hmm. Not bad. Gets the SDK Castlevania stamp of approval.
Sorry, I skipped ahead there. I forgot you were going to do that.
That's fine.
All right, next we have Lily Lander, an endless game of lily leaping fun on the C64. If you're looking for a new game for your C64 and want something different in terms of your standard genre, then take a look at Lily Lander, a new Game Off 2019 entry that was entirely programmed, designed, and created during the month of November 2019 by Turtle Panda, a game development duo. This game, according to the developers, is an endless game of leaping from one lily pad to the next that is completely free to download and play.
Okay. Free to play is the best kind.
Oh. Saberman always has the news. He's the man. Ooh. Actually warm down here. I gotta turn on the fucking heat.
Turtle Panda. We'll give you some feedback once we see it.
Oh, whoa! Is that the? Are you serious? No, I know it sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but oh, please play it serious now. I want to watch this. Like, man, no! Make it to the fucking lily pad already. Stop teasing the shit out of me. All right, see, this is what I'm talking about. This looks cool, dude. Oh, wow. It's one of those, like, I'm gonna make you angry games. But I do like it. Oh, that was a big jump. Jump! Ah! I'm a fucking frog. This is, I like this so far. I hope the background keeps changing along the way, too. That would be fantastic.
That would be pretty cool.
Oh, that was a fat. Oh shit! To keep getting faster. Oh, yeah, it was way too early, and you fucking knew it. He did that on purpose. No, I'm done now. They did that on purpose. He was all like, "Nah, I'm not going after that. That one's too fast." And he just said, "Fuck that." I know what you're doing. Yeah, I'd play that though.
It's too much effort, man.
It's like, yeah, nah, this one's going too bad. I'm not playing this. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done. Why'd you have to change him? It's like moving away, you're gonna jump at that. Yeah.
All we wanted was a 17-minute demo, man. Come on.
17. Yeah. Just do it. Just do it. Alright, so Prince of Persia, a brilliant retro gaming classic, is also coming to the Atari XLXE. Alright, so we were told that the platformer Prince of Persia is also coming to the Atari XLXE as a conversion port by Rensoup. The other version, coming to the Intellivision, is currently being worked on by Matthew Keel. This game was originally released in '89 by Broderbund for multiple systems and features lots of well-designed platforming levels and extreme danger, as you must be careful not to fall through floors, get hit by sword-wielding guards, or crushed by gates, or worse, skewered in blood on deadly spikes. Now, it's the work in progress for the XLXE, so let's have a look at this real quick, because we've seen the Intellivision version, so I'm kind of interested, because I know the Atari XLXE is supposed to be a type of PC as well. Oh, it was nice and fast. Oh, damn, dude. Oh my god, it feels like I'm playing like I'm one of my buddies 486. I actually remember playing on 46, this same game, and I was also terrible at it. The only thing that trips me out is when you make that one step, it looks like you're a different person. Like, it looks like the sprite was borrowed from something else. Maybe it was just a step in. Oh. Well, you got stabbed. Don't make that sound at me. Oh. See, like, your pants turn brown and everything. Like, yeah, you obviously look like you're a different person. Why are you teasing me? Let me know. I want to know what's going on there.
I just want those pants.
I want those dark pants. So there's not much sound. Unless it's off. No, it's not off. Oh, Jesus. No, it's definitely not fucking off. Just got killed again and scared the shit out of me. Well, it is a work in progress, so, I mean, obviously, you know, maybe they haven't worked on sound yet, so that's not a big deal. But it looks smooth as hell, dude.
It's not too bad.
I have a bunch of Atari XLXE games over there. I just need the console so I can start playing.
Alright.
So, Black Dawn Rebirth, Double-Sided Games' latest Amiga crawler, is finally here.
Okie dokie. I want to see it.
Double-Sided Games have announced they've finally released the eagerly awaited dungeon crawler of Black Dawn Rebirth, an Amiga game that had been teased for so long with screenshots, trailers, and a demo as the 7th episode of the Black Dawn dungeon crawler RPG series by Sean Waters, Andy Campbell, Ten Shu, and Mike Richmond. So let's have a look at this real quick. You see, oh, this one gets a 47-minute video.
Yeah, see, that's all we wanted. I think we looked at this once before.
Yeah, but we were looking at, I think it was a teaser video or something, so maybe we'll see a bit more in this one. Excuse me.
Oh my god. Like, is your intro long enough? The game brought to you by...
Oh, okay. I actually kind of explain what's happening. Thalax 9. Ensign Brent is dispatched to investigate the base. Go Brent.
This is cool.
Oh. Okay, the cinematic is pretty good.
Yeah, right?
And just the next one. A poutine mission. Wait, that sounds delicious. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Ready? I love it.
Well, this is cool.
This looks fucking amazing so far, dude.
Yeah, it does.
And dons his life support system and depressurizes the cockpit. Canopy was open, revealing it. Oh, I think it's reading. It's too slow. Oh shit! Is that him or is that someone waiting for him? Oh, that must be him.
Okay.
Insert disc 1. No!
Tell me what to do with my life. Maybe I don't want to insert any discs.
Oh, dude. This looks like it's actually a really well done dungeon crawler. Oh, I love the menu.
See, this is a different sort of dungeon crawler, where it's like a lot of dungeon crawlers are all about, like, you know, medieval and, you know, D&D style dungeon crawlers, but like having like a futuristic one is like really neat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's different.
See, I was a different type of nerd. I had to grow up on adventure books.
Hey, I read my own adventure.
If you are lucky, turn to page 246. If not, turn to page 14. Ah.
I died again?
I'm rolling dice.
Like, if this is the 50th time this book I died, what the hell, man?
Okay, obviously you're not going to be able to watch for too long. I'd like to find an enemy or something. Oh, that's not an enemy. Oh. Oh, shit! Whoa! Okay. Find an enemy. Oh, he's back on. Yeah. Scratch his back. Alright, that's pretty cool. Oh, the ambience of the just like, I guess the ship or the station being on. You can just hear the electrical like hum. It's so trippy for a dungeon crawler. Holy crap!
Right.
Alright, so that looks
different kind of vibe.
That looks really good. Scott, you need to go into.
Right.
Oh, dude. Huh.
Uh-oh.
This upcoming spiritual successor to Power Drift looks fab.
Yeah.
I'll say it now, this upcoming game from Sandwich Kernel and Sky Devil Palm looks super cool. As if you love playing the Sega classic Power Drift from 1988, then you'll be pleased to know this game might be an unofficial spiritual successor. Although the game is being created using Game Maker, the person behind the game did say a demo was going to be released, but has been held back to be given more polish. So we have a couple of videos here, so let's have a watch. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, it's replay. Okay, I was gonna say, it's like, Jesus, how do you just know when to turn it all the way away? Oh, you can fall off. Indeed. Ah! I love how they have the pilot wings type of thing. That's hilarious. Ah, I love it.
0 points.
What?
That's what it says. You failed. 0 points.
That's overall right.
This does give me like a Power Drift feel, though. I will say that it very much feels like Power Drift.
Oh god, yes, dude. Man, that looks really good. I don't know what it's coming out for, though. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, we don't know much else about the game or what the official name is going to be, but from the footage above, it looks to feature great animation, cool soundtrack, and gameplay and graphics, giving the impression of a game released all those years ago. So watch this space, and we definitely will. 1942, arcade quality port coming to the Amiga.
Okay.
In 1984, a great shoot 'em up was released for the arcade by Capcom, and that game was 1942. A game in which you had to shoot down enemy planes, avoid being shot out of the sky, while performing awesome rolls and collecting power-ups. Thankfully, this game was one of the highlights of that era, maybe coming to the Amiga, as thanks to a heads-up from Amiga France, we now know that Agermos is hoping to do a full arcade conversion using a number of tools such as assembly, MAME, and UAE. According to the creator, he recently got back into Amiga assembly programming after playing around a bit, decided to do a bigger development project with the use of MAME and UAE. Being available, converting an old arcade game seems like a good choice. He goes on to say, after retrieving some of his old stuff, he found an old 1942 code he started working on around 1993, but never finished. So he decided to go ahead with this project. So let's have a look. 3 seconds? Don't.
3 seconds?
No! That is not even a tease. That is...
Really? 3 seconds?
God damn it.
I mean, yeah, it's 1942. There you go.
Well, I'm hoping, if I know Indie Retro News, they will provide us with an update with probably a video at some point. Because obviously the dev didn't do much in regards to a video. It's weird. It's actually only 2 seconds, really.
Yeah, really.
It's very strange. Alright, Barbarian. Arcomages Downfall. Bitvision Software's upcoming Barbarian MSX game also looks fab. It wasn't long ago that we announced the release of Barbarian Plus, the Ultimate and Amiga remasters of a classic game released in the late 80s as Barbarian the Ultimate Warrior. A game released for the C64 and later ported to other systems such as the Amiga, Amstrad, and even the ZX Spectrum, as a great head-chopping game with plenty of rolling heads to keep you busy. So why are we mentioning this game, you might ask? Well, there's great news for the MSX community, as Barbarian, the Arcomages Downfall, will be released via Bitvision Software as of the first half of 2020. Yes, indeed, if you love playing the brilliant remaster of Barbarian Plus on the Amiga, then look no further than Bitvision Software's upcoming Barbarian the Arcomages Downfall for the MSX. The game, according to the creators, is based on the famous successful video game Barbarian the Ultimate Warrior by Palace Software, and a much deeper game to that of the previous MSX release of Barbarian the Duel. It will feature 9 characters, more than 1,000 animation frames, 16 movements per character, 7 stages on the story mode, 2 different skill levels, dual beheading mode, and music and sound effects and PSG OPLL. Optional OPL 4 to play samples. Let's watch this, shall we?
Dual beheading mode.
Right? And I'm just like, what the fuck does that mean? Please show.
Okay. Barbarian. I just really want to know what this dual beheading mode means.
Well, we're about to see. Well, I guess they could do story mode or dual mode. It all depends. Oh, dual mode! Are you gonna do it? I don't know.
Barbarian.
Oh, no story mode. I don't know what you're doing. You keep teasing me. Oh, story mode indeed. Oh, it's almost comic-like. Whoa! Whoa! Wait. Okay, there was no way that was a full match. Okay. This is... Oh, they gotta do this for NES. This looks awesome. I want to die, no. Oh, they haven't showed us a beheading yet, so they've definitely got to show us before we're done.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm here for.
Boom! Wow, okay. Well, that was a beheading.
Yeah.
So that looked like an interesting kind of fighting game. I didn't think it was going to be fun. I thought it was going to be like an action platformer type thing.
Right?
That's really interesting. It's a different type of fighter because it's not your traditional fighting game.
Yeah. Kind of has like that weird, like I'm not saying it's like that, but Bushido Blade was sort of the same way.
It's Bushido.
Where it's like you could actually kill somebody right away.
Yeah.
Where it's like if you got like the right like attack, you could just one-shot somebody. So I don't want to say I was a fan of Bushido Blade, but like it was a cool game. It was a cool concept. It was different. No health bars, and you could just cut somebody's head right off, or I mean, you weren't actually cutting their heads off, but you know what I'm saying.
No, I haven't played. I don't think I've ever played that.
Wasn't bad.
It sounds familiar to as hell.
Bushido Blade.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think it was PS1. I'm pretty sure. It was a 3D. It was a 3D fighting game where it was like you could free roam, like you could literally just run.
I thought it was Saturn actually, but maybe I'm wrong.
It might have come out on both.
All right, Uchusen Gamma, Juan J. Martinez, latest shoot 'em up release for the MSX. All right, we had a look at this before. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, they released. Okay, the new game. Okay, good. High-grade, top-scrolling shoot 'em up from the same creator behind games such as Night, The Dawn of Colonel, Rescuing Orc, Magica, and Golden Tail for systems such as the Amstrad CPC, C64, and MSX. Okay. So he's obviously had his time with programming for those older systems. That's cool. That has been released, fully released. I think when we featured it, it was still a work in progress at that point. Excuse me. Scott?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was looking up that Bushido Blade.
Oh, okay. My bad. Alright, so next we have our one topic here from Indie Games website. IndieGameWebsite.com. Urban Tale brings Stardew Valley into the real world. So I wanted to see this trailer because what?
In the big wide world,
Let's talk about
7 billion people.
Stardew Valley-esque game.
Make it and succeed. Have you ever wanted to be somebody else? Try out new things, live a totally new life?
Yeah.
Does your career suck?
Yeah.
And you want to change it?
I do.
Maybe we can help you with it.
Yeah.
All this is possible in Urban Tale.
Oh.
It's summer, a sunny bright day. You should go out and explore the city. The city itself is one big adventure. You never know where you will end up and which opportunities you might find. Meeting new people ain't easy, but hey, everybody needs a friend, right? Give yourself time to get to know everybody around the city. You never know who of them you might
So
need.
you actually do. Wow. And it's more based on relationships
You
and
gotta
talking to
stop
people
working
around the
those long
city.
shifts
Obviously,
and go
getting a
have
job
fun.
is
Maybe go to the
equivalent
cinema
to
and watching
being,
a movie.
you know, working
or
on a farm.
opera is more your cup of tea.
Right, yeah.
So
Choose
that's
your
kinda
career
cool.
path by working in a bar, spend your shifts cleaning, maybe have a try working in the grocery shop. Or you see yourself doing
sense.
some shady business rather.
It's
Get
harder
enough
to represent
experience
like
and you might
everything
run those
Stardew Valley
places.
has, but
All this is possible in
it's essentially
Urbandale.
in the same
Pack
vein.
your bags and let's go. The plane won't wait for you.
Wow. I think I would play this game. I think I would have a lot of fun playing this game.
Urban Tale.
Urban Tale, yeah. Alright, so Urban Tale takes us to the big pixelated city on a journey that is real life. It's the sim meets Stardew Valley, but less cute. Describing itself less cute. I thought it was very cute. It was pixely and fucking awesome. Describing itself as a vibrant and unique RPG that will allow you to fulfill your dreams, Urban Tale lets your pixelated avatar loose on the world. Similar to The Sims, you start this life from scratch and must go about finding a job, meeting people, and achieving your goals over the course of the game. The aim is to survive and succeed. So to me, I mean, if they keep building on it and stuff and giving you new options to like for your quote-unquote end game, then which I would assume be like retirement and having a family and all this other stuff.
Right.
So then, yeah, I could see Urban Tale being fantastic.
For info on that, it's currently on early access on Steam, and it's on sale right now. It's normally $11.99. It's on sale for $10.79 on Steam right now. So,
Okay.
if you're interested in picking that up,
Indeed.
it looks like it has a lot of good reviews. So,
Good. I thought it would. It looked really nice, and like it just, I don't know, something about it just looked compelling. Next, we have our news from Destructoid.com. Beyond a Steel Sky delayed until early 2020. So, Revolution Software has announced that its sequel to classic DOS adventure game Beneath a Steel Sky will not be ready for launch in 2019 as initially planned, as will now emerge from the smoggy wastelands early in 2020. From the very outset, our vision has been to make Beyond the Steel Sky our most ambitious adventure to date. We reinvented conceptual innovations going back to our earliest adventures, said Revolution in a blog post. We're pleased to say this vision is very close to being realized. But as the eagle-eyed amongst you have noticed, the original release date was penciled in as late 2019. Owing to a need to extend the development period, we can now confirm the launch of Beyond the Steel Sky will come a few months later in 2020.
that's fair.
So I have not played Beyond the Steel Sky,
I have not either.
so I'm very interested. Ooh. It reminds me, I don't know how you feel about this, it reminds me of Borderlands so far.
I haven't seen enough.
Like that futuristic, like, yeah, you'll see what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Once you see the robot, you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, that wasn't enough. That was another tease. Why is everyone teasing me? Now, the only thing is, obviously, we didn't see any, shooting or, that kind of thing. So,
Right.
I kind of want to see, like, is it just, like, because, again, I haven't played the original, so I don't know anything about it, but is there going to be, like, any type of fighting, or, are you going to be using guns or shooting people? Like, I don't know how it's going to go, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we said, we haven't played the original, so we don't know if that's actually what it's about.
All right. So the next piece of news, I was actually thinking about this just the other day, and I was so excited to see this. I haven't finished the first one, but it's on the top of my list.
Okay.
Castle in the Darkness 2 is in the works.
Oof, I didn't finish it either.
The fucking soundtrack for that game is so goddamn good. Matt Cap is a oh my.
I really should go back and play that again.
He done the entire fucking game himself, and like, dude is not even a composer. But if you listen to it, it's like, dude,
it's
like
so
this is a fucking like the soundtrack alone is a masterpiece. DP Whale, if you're still there, that's the one that I keep playing all the time in my car. Oh,
it's really good. The soundtrack is really good just by itself.
Oh.
The game itself is also really good.
And there's a trailer. Oh
boy.
Alright, so the next time you're in the mood for an action RPG morsel, remember Castle in the Darkness 2. Following their work on The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, developers Matt Cap and Simon Parzer are teaming up for a sequel to 2015's Castle in the Darkness, a tough title with a retro style and trial and error obstacles. If you liked it okay, but thought it had room for improvement, today's your day. Please play
Today's
something.
the day.
Play a song, please. You got to. Oh god! Oh, pick of the week for me so far. Oh my god. Oh boy. What is with the fucking teases? Also coming soon, Astalon Tears to... What? No. Hold on now. Wait. What the fuck is that? Okay. It's we're gonna talk about it later. First footage of Castle in the Darkness 2 reminds me of Wonder Boy mixed with Castlevania, and I'm not complaining. Axe throwing, damage indicator pop-ups, loose coins to collect. It's also very comfy. I'm really pushing my limits, explained Cap. I made my first game with an 8-bit aesthetic to keep it fast and simple because I was working on it mostly alone. Now with Simon taking care of all the technical stuff along with a few talented specialists, I can focus 100% of my effort on producing the best graphics, music, and game design that I'm able to for Castle in the Darkness 2. LabsWorks also promised to have mini trailers on the second day of every month. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Okay, if you're wondering why today's video ended with clips from Astalon Tears of the Earth, consider it a development update of sorts. The title was supposed to come out this year, but the lead dev, John Lepage, broke his collarbone. Holy fuck, dude. He has now fully recovered, and the game is back in full-time development, according to the studio. Astalon should hit the spot while we wait for more Castle. Well, let's have a quick look at Astalon. Oh, and it's on fucking Steam already, and it's not out yet. But okay, we'll watch that in a second. All right,
Oh my god.
Oh. I want to play Castle in the Darkness 2 so bad.
Oh my god, that looked so good.
The updated like sprite look was fantastic. That looked so good.
Oh my god.
What would I compare that to?
Good question.
I would almost feel like
it kind of had like a Maple Story sort of feel to it.
Well, I mean, what I'm talking about is like it almost had an arcade graphics feel. Like it's 16-bit, but it's like that extra little bit that you used to get from the arcades compared to the actual home console.
Yeah.
Like something about the character and the movement and stuff was just so good.
Oh my god.
And so now we gotta go and look at it. Thank you, Matt Cap. Man, this made my fucking day so much better now. That was so good. Oh. I might have made a mess. Now, here we have Astalon, Tears of the Earth, also by LabsWorks. Let's have a watch.
Yes, please.
In order for us to survive, we have to embrace death.
I'm turning on my Steam right now because I'm almost certain I'm gonna go wishlist this after I watch it. I'm just saying.
Oh no, hold on. What
Like
did
the
that
three, for the 3 seconds that they showed us before.
Oh, so Matt Cap and John Lepage are working on this. It's probably mostly John Lepage. I don't know what part Matt Cap's doing specifically. It sounds like it could be the soundtrack, because the soundtrack sounds fucking phenomenal too. And if it's not, then whoever's doing the soundtrack sounds like they're a fucking genius too. Buzz.
Oh yeah.
Just go forever, never stop. Illustration: Ryosuke Mita. Music by Killscreen, so it's not music. Killscreen. Oh. Okay. Whoa. Oh, Scott's already gonna be hooked. He's done. It's a Metroidvania.
I have my Steam open, ready to wishlist it. Once
Oh no, your wish. You just hit it already. You're done.
I just have to remember how to spell the name.
Astalon. Oh my lord.
There we go. Astalon, Tears of Earth.
So
Add to my wish list.
LabsWorks
You got
is
it.
also another company that I'll be looking out for now from now on, because if that's what Matt Cap's doing now, I'd follow that dude and play every one of his fucking games. The first time I played Castle in the Darkness and seen it, I was blown the fuck away. It was so simplistic. It had comedy to it. It had great gameplay. It looked great because it was all pixely. Again, if you are ever looking for a new game soundtrack to listen to, get Castle in the Darkness soundtrack, and I'm telling you, you will not be fucking disappointed. I cannot stress that enough.
Nope.
And both of these games look like it's the same type of fucking thing where, again, I'm going to go, like, I almost left to go touch myself. That was, holy, like, I'm serious, dude. That when I seen the announcement trailer for Castle in the Darkness, like, I'm sure I got flushed. I'm pretty sure I did. That was, Jesus. Alright, so now that I'm done, yeah.
Yeah.
So next we have our news and games from IndieGamesPlus.com. Things can be hit or miss sometimes, but we always have interesting things from here, and that's what I enjoy the most. Alright, so the Good Time Garden explores the sillier side of intimacy. Alright.
Okay.
Good Time Garden has you out looking for food for your friend in a very, very not safe for work place. Except it's kind of silly and cute and playful. Kind of morning adult type things. I pretty much just explained it. You're just a cheerful naked creature out to gather some things to eat for a good friend to find something to munch on. You'll have to explore a very pink, very wet, and very throbbing world.
Oh, those are some weird words to use to describe something. I don't know if I'd ever describe something in one of my games as throbbing, but, you know. That's just me.
Alright, so everything seems to quiver as you walk near it or jiggle at a playful touch. There's a lot going on
Why
here.
are they using these words?
Most of it is pretty racy, technically. But it's not racy at all, and is intended to be a bit goofy. It's quite a mixture. Alright. Let's go watch it. I have to now.
Yeah, I mean, you can't use all these words and then just, like... I mean, that bridge looks like a butt crack,
Whoa.
but...
No, it looks like one of those strange games. Like they're intentionally trying to be as strange about it as they can. And that's fine. I understand that. So, I don't even know how to explain it to listeners. You are best off going to watch the Good Time Garden... The Good Time Garden release trailer. Watch that and you'll be all like, I don't know how to explain that. You're a thing that walks around and touches things, and everything around you is pink. And exactly like this says, makes things happen.
I just... what the fuck did I just watch? But the thing is, though, I'm saying this, but I kind of want to go play it.
Again, it's always the weird that tend to end up being like the most interesting things to play, honestly.
Hashtag Earthbound. Enough said.
Yeah, really, though. Up next, we have Even in Arcadia. Explores life in a disposable future.
Okay.
The picture that I have here reminded me of Second Life, and I was like, I gotta see what the hell this is even about, so... Enjoying an evening spent with the kind of human beings who throw away whole planets in the same way we tossed last year's smartphones. Oh, wow. Even in Arcadia takes you to the grand opening of an all-new planet. Arcadia. It's been made to be exactly like Earth was before we kind of destroyed it, too. What a treat. Well, as best an approximation as someone who's obsessed with capital and profit could get it. But I'm sure that's... Wait, what? But I'm sure that's just the same as finding a naturally occurring beautiful world that wasn't created by people whose entire life motivation is built around making money.
Sure.
Even Arcadia spends a charming evening with several of the people who've come to the grand opening of this new world. There are many different stories being told all at once at Arcadia, and it's up to you who you wish to head out with. These tales happen in real time, but loop about once an hour, so feel free to meet every one of these wonderful, wonderful people who have come out of the new planet. Even in Arcadia is a scathing look at the destruction being waged across our planet in the interest of increasing the gargantuan profits. Okay, this sounds like a bunch of bullshit. I'm not sure. I mean, we have a video here, and it's on Vimeo, so I'm just like, why is it on Vimeo and not YouTube? I don't know.
Welcome, consumer.
Okay, yeah, no, it's all about, yeah, no. I'm done with capitalism there. Alright. We have a game called Bright Memory, which mixes guns and melee for first-person mayhem.
Okay.
Bright Memory sees you helping out Sheila after an office mix-up sends her to an island filled with monsters. Nothing a little sword and gunplay can't deal with, hopefully. Sheila's office is admittedly kind of unique. She's with the SRO, Supernatural Science Research Organization. Working as an agent to help with research and deal with the unfortunate side effects of working with the occult. One of these problems happens to be a pair of relic swords that bring the dead back to life. Still, that's not the biggest issue, as there's a terrorist organization that's out to steal the SRO's secrets, the swords among them. While they're trying to rob you, Sheila accidentally sets off a transporter that takes everyone to a floating island filled with dead monsters that suddenly revive because of your magic swords. Oops. Sheila's more than capable of handling the problem, though, so long as you are. She's capable with firearms, swords, and grappling cable that can yank an enemy in so you can get real friendly with them. You can combine all these tools and a multitude of different guns to form your own combos and take advantage of the environments. Sheila's pretty acrobatic, too, so feel free to live out your action movie fantasies on those jerk terrorists who screwed up your day. So do you play as Sheila, then? Is that what I'm understanding?
I'm not going to lie. I'm actually super fucking interested.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was just going to be a first-person shooter game, but it doesn't look like that's the case. It's more like a Resident Evil, but not...
Kind of, yeah.
Resident Evil. Anyways, Bright Memory is still in early access, but there's still a ton of action to be found against its variety of monsters and foot soldiers. May as well enjoy yourself, seeing as you're probably going to get chewed out at work for messing with transporters once you get back to the office. Let's watch the trailer, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is in an Asian language I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't matter what your words are. I'm sorry. You say that, but I don't understand you. Yeah, this looks like the new Metal Gear games a little bit. So again, I haven't played too much of the new Resident Evil, so it could be like that as well, I guess. I don't. Yeah, it looks very like Metal Gear. Jesus. Yeah. Oh, okay, the fighting looks crazy. Holy crap. When you're actually going right into it. Holy Jesus. All that rumble, though, is so disorienting, though. Like, I'd be terrible at a game like this. I'd be like, yeah, I'm definitely not shooting stuff.
So, I'm going to blow your mind.
Oh, please don't. Well, off stream.
So, this game is available on Steam. It's early access.
Oh, God, how much?
It's $7.
Wow.
It is
what?
$7. That game looked fucking awesome in its
Jesus.
$7.
And they don't mention that anywhere in that either. That is crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm leaving my Steam page open. I may very well be buying that when we're done. Because that looked fucking amazing.
What was that one we were just looking at before that?
Oh, shit, I can't remember what it was. Shit, a story about... Shit, I can't remember.
Okay, I got the other thing about it from Castle and Darkness. I'll just look at there. Anyways, my bad. I closed that tab without thinking. So next up we have Trailer Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what we have today, shall we?
Shall we?
The Under presents. VR gaming. I'm sorry, cannot go onward. Wrath, Aeon of Ruin. Already covered it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good game as well, by the way. Balconing Simulator 20. What? Do you think you can reach the pool if you jump from the cozy apartment? That is surely the first question that comes to mind every time you enter the balcony of the great holiday hotel you're staying in and look at the pool. It's definitely close enough.
So is this just about jumping off balconies into a pool? Is that what I'm getting?
Watch the trailer.
Yeah, I guess so. What the hell?
The way the thing walks is fucking hilarious, dude. The way the thing walks is so jerky. Why are you so top heavy? Why is your spine made out of like grape jelly?
What in the blue fucking hell?
You missed! You landed on the bed! I don't understand what's that. Oh, let me guess, this person makes it? Maybe. Oh, look at all the cool moves he's doing, though. I can understand the appeal to it, because it's all like, okay, am I going to make it to the bed this time? What about now? What about now? But it's so silly looking. Jesus Christ. Okay, our next game is called Heal. Guide an old man through the dark and atmospheric world of Heal in this abstract 2D puzzle adventure point-and-click game. I don't think this is something I would enjoy, personally.
Now, it's... point and clicks are okay and everything, but I hate these sort of graphics. I hate that sort of stuff. I could very well be passing on like a really good game, but I couldn't deal with that sort of. I don't even know what to call that.
And that's why I looked up what our next game was. Our next one is supposed to be Eidolon. It's a visual novel. Next. Binary Grab. Thank God. It's your first day at a new job. Just a low-level data mining position for faceless mega corporation Binary Grab data mining solutions. But still, a job's a job.
Job's a job.
So, what is this one?
Okay.
Oh. It's basically asteroids?
It really is that all it is?
That's what it did there first, so it's something to see.
I mean, yeah.
All right, our next game.
What?
Okay, our next game is Overstep, a future sport of two three robot teams entertaining the crowd on super funded arenas. Combine acrobatic tricks with weapon mastery.
Okay.
It's free to play as well. Sorry if I deafened anyone with that, my apologies.
This is kind of neat.
And it's free to play. We could actually all play this sometime, some evening, and just like, give it a go and see what it's like. It looks like it could be fun, but it could It also looks like it could be hard as hell because it looks like it's a hardcore game, which I am always fantastic at. I'm not a Mirror's Edge person.
This is pretty cool, though.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. And like I said, free to play, so that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, alright. This is cool. I like it.
Alright. Ooh. So if anyone's wondering, basically it's almost like a deathmatch type of thing, or you can also do like almost, I don't know if you call it a football thing or something, but like there's a lot of parkouring and you can use weapons to shoot each other and stuff. And
oh, I see something here.
It looks interesting. So
oh, I saw the next game.
The next game is called Star Gods: The Edge of Nothing.
I saw what it looks like.
Oh, I've seen the next one as well after that, yeah.
It looks like a bullet hell.
Oh, is that what this is? Oh my god, it totally is.
Me you were lost forever, but I know you are out there among the stars. I'll find you, Isol.
See, I know my bullet hells. I can tell when one's a bullet hell before it even.
Oh
even
my god.
Crazy.
Yep. That is a bullet hell Johnson, John McCloud. What the fuck is that?
Ooh. Neat.
It sounds like it has some new age metal music or something kind of those.
Look at all that shit. Yes.
I don't know what you would call that. So anyways, there you go, Scott. Star Gods on itch.io. So
nice.
Next is Armor Tale. I don't think we need to go into that because we already know that it is fucking amazing. All right, and the last one is After Gloom. A man enters the enigmatic common dream in search of a woman he once loved, and I wish I remembered that sound effect. Oh, I got it right here. All right, perfect. Let me just play this real quick. It's enigmatic common dream.
You truly are an enigma.
You're not supposed to say that word anymore.
Anyways, let's have a look and see what this is about. Oh, it's pixely. This could be a surpriser. Ooh, that's a big save. Oh, hello. What type of game? I want the swords and the treasure. I don't even want to use the treasure to like spend the treasure. I just want to have it. Like I want a room with gold coins. That'd be fucking awesome, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Actually, this does not look bad, Scott.
No, not really.
This looks really good. Whoa! So, for those who are wondering, it kind of looked like it was almost like a adventure game, and it was just like maybe a platforming and running around type thing. But there's actually mechanics where you're using a sword and jumping around and fighting stuff. So
yeah, right.
This is way better than I thought it was going to be. This is greatness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! But it's very atmospheric and pixely and mysterious kind of feeling.
Yes.
Because you don't see any faces, you just see silhouettes of everyone. So it's so cool. That's definitely getting on the recommended list. After Gloom, definitely check out that trailer. You won't be disappointed.
Perhaps it's time for you to put it out of its misery.
All right. I don't think Scott's going to be happy with me, but Clever Dismemberment is a useful tool in horror RPG Fear and Hunger Termina. Alright, so content warning, gore, substance abuse, and violence. Fear and Hunger Termina takes you to 1942, but reality is a bit different. Still pretty grim, but the occult and otherworldly monstrosities factor in a lot more than the regular human atrocities of the period. A handful of different people are trying to eke out a life without getting their necks chomped on, and you can pick any one of them to help out. Or not, as the game can be quite challenging, but hey, at least you gave it a shot. How long did you really expect to live when there are monsters with hook hands wandering around?
Yeah, no kidding.
Alright, if you'd like to keep your character alive for a little while, you may want to take advantage of the dismembering combat system. Again, it's not hard to bite you without a mouth, so work over those nasty limbs as fast as possible. Hopefully the monsters aren't thinking the same about you. Oh, there's no trailer? If I go to itch.io, is there one, though, please? No. Oh. We do have a trailer. Lol. Oh no, it's like an hour gameplay. Jesus. Completed demo. An hour and 5. That's not a demo. That's a fucking... That's my life, man. Okay. It still has that, like, book aesthetic, too. Like, the way that the movement is, it's very... Don't get me wrong, the art looks good, but I don't like the movement.
Yeah, I know.
Skip ahead a little bit if you can. And it's a horror RPG, so yeah, again, me and Scott probably will never play this because we are on the verge of piss-pantsing ourselves.
The word he's looking for, folks, is bitches. We are bitches.
Anyways, it is there at the name your own price thing, so
yeah.
If you're into horror and you like RPGs, maybe give it a go if you're a Clock Tower lover.
Right.
Also, I think that we mentioned this game a long time ago, near the start of the podcast, when we first started. Shatterhand-inspired Junk Puncher. Yes.
Oh, yes, we did.
Bringing
Yes,
Steel
we did.
Knuckles to Magfest. So, basically, this is supposed to be a little bit like Shatterhand. We'll just watch the video for the alpha again.
Yep. We definitely talked about Junk Puncher because as soon as you said it, I remembered. This might have been like episode 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Like this was really early.
We weren't listening to soundtracks back then. The music in this sounds awesome.
Oh yeah?
This is NES for sure, like 100% NES music.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, don't run me. Anyways, if you played Shatterhand, you should know what that's like. Oh, god damn. Alright, next we have our Kickstarter. So we're almost done for the night. We went a little bit over, but that's all you can do sometimes. Alright, Kickstarter doesn't want to load that. That's good stuff. Let's reload it ourselves. There we go. First game we have is Path of the Midnight Sun, a dark fantasy JRPG VN. In a world filled with demons and political schemes, your choices influence the story and gameplay. They are looking for, oh wow, 47,113. They just got their goal at $47,114. They just hit their goal. So they done it live.
Nice. Very good.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Alright, so come here. Sir, please, can I have a video? No.
No.
Apparently not. I'm not allowed. I've asked for the impossible. And it's probably my internet shitting the bed again, but... Oh, it's Castle of Darkness too.
We're still talking about that. But that's fair because I'm still thinking about it.
Oh, that one loaded up. Why are you doing this to me? Yeah.
I just want to see it. I didn't want to see the video.
I won't do that again. I apologize.
We're having some technical difficulties with the movie on this Kickstarter, unfortunately.
Jesus Christ, man. Okay, everything has stopped. If I refresh, yay, can we get a video? Thank you. Jesus Christ, man.
60 years ago,
Okay.
the Demon King suddenly appeared in this world.
Yay.
No matter
Studio
how many
Daimon.
times he was slain, the Demon King would always be reborn. Eventually, the 5 great nations developed a solution.
Okay.
It was flawed.
Decently big world.
It worked.
Yeah.
They sealed the Demon King's soul within a human, a vassal. For as long as their flesh endured, Arvium knew peace.
As the vassal of the Demon King, it is my duty to keep all evil at bay.
I wonder, what's the right choice to make? Should I fight against the vassal?
I may have been born blind, but I can see people's malice. I can tell the vassal isn't our enemy.
Don't be fooled. Faratros is speaking under the Demon King's influence. Soldiers, bring my daughter back to me.
All the troops, we shall protect the vassal.
Wait. We're fighting with the demon? I won't allow anyone to land a finger on my sister. She is precious.
Show me some gameplay. You're teasing the shit out of me.
I know, right?
It's almost like Dragon Quest-ish. That's what I want to say. All the dialogue that they were showing so far, that's what it reminded me of.
Kind of.
How dare you, sir.
I wish I could just stop.
I wish I could see the world around me. The beautiful things I've yet to experience.
It kind of more resemble, like in my opinion, it kind of resembles more like Fire Emblem. But I see what you're getting at. I would love to see some gameplay though.
Oh, point and click? No. Yeah.
We can still fight!
I can't stop now.
Okay, now there's fighting.
That's what I want to see. Where's the fighting? This is really weird.
It's...
Like, how the...
Be obliterated by a bloomer!
Like, I don't think it's something that I would personally play, to be honest with you.
It's so different. It's really weird.
I mean, some of those genres I'm not into as much as others as well, so...
I'm not saying it's bad. It's that's very different. The way that the character stands on the screen when it's their turn.
Well, they just made over $1,000 more on their thing.
Oh wow, geez, yes they did.
That didn't take long. All right, so
but it's definitely different for like an RPG sense.
Oh, it's a strategic RPG point-and-click visual novel. That's a lot of different... Now, the live 2D animation is really good.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of different aspects that you're just shoving in there that it's almost like... It's almost too much, I want to say.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, they're getting some very professional voice actors. Such as, let's see, we have Brandish from Fairy Tail, Roark from Pokemon, Shallot from Dragon Ball, let's see, Thracer from Fire Emblem, Professor Bellis from Pokemon, Vados from Dragon Ball, Jonah from Gundam, Chad from Fire Emblem, Volpera from World of Warcraft, Randy from Trails of Cold Steel 3, Phoenix Man from One Punch Man. Jesus, that is like that's crazy professional voice acting.
Yeah, right?
Holy crap. So
it's a lot of stuff.
So obviously there is a huge demand for something like this. They've hit their goal. So I mean, just because we don't like, and this is what we've talked about before, just because me and Scott don't want to play this game doesn't mean thousands of people might want to play this game. I mean, they've already got 500 backing them and made their goal. So, damn.
I don't know if I'd say I wouldn't play it, but it's different enough that it's like. It's so weird.
Well, Scott, you're so weird.
It's just, I don't know. I guess I'm a traditional RPG guy where my characters are either supposed to be at like the bottom of the screen or to the, like my whole group.
Yeah.
I like to see my entire party on the screen at the same time, or none of them at the screen.
And then you have like Star Ocean that has like that action RPG kind of elements,
right? Yeah.
Newer Final Fantasy games.
Mm-hmm. It's different, so that's why I'm like, I'm having a hard time saying I like it or dislike it. I guess it would be like all about the gameplay, I suppose, because like, again, it's different enough for me to say it's like, I don't know. As an RPG player, like I love RPGs, so.
Well, apparently they're only looking for $30 Canadian for the game, £17, approximately $21. Retail price is $24.99. So that's not terrible, and
especially RPG. That's not terrible.
That is. I still can't get over that the professional voice actors that they're getting.
I know, right?
Ridiculous. All right, we're going to move on to our next and our last Kickstarter. Even though there's actually two at the top of my screen, there is something else we're going to show you at the end of this one. So,
okay.
Our next one is Viking Vengeance, a narrative-driven roguelite dungeon crawler in which you use the power of the gods to stop the Templar oppression. We're looking for 29,226. They currently have 65 backers, 15 days to go, and are only at 7,410. So they have a bit of ways to go, but let's see what the game is not like. Okay. Oh, we almost had... Oh, we got the video.
Almost there.
Oh, okay. Why is the run so, like, hurried? So it's an overhead action game.
Yeah, it kind of gives me like
Gauntlet.
Yeah, exactly.
This feels a lot like Gauntlet, except
yes.
Except a lot less like, okay, you have 1,000 health and it's slowly going down kind of thing. The run cycles are friggin' like way too fast or something.
Well, I don't mind. I don't mind it.
Yeah, but you shouldn't take 20 steps to make 5. Like, even the way they swing their weapons is really fast.
Everything's fast paced.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe that's the whole point. Even the enemies are like shooting and hitting fast too, so at least everything is even, which that's a good thing.
We also don't know if like maybe this gameplay trailer is double speed, so.
Oh god.
Could also.
Why would you just let yourself get electrocuted? Dude,
interesting.
I can tell you're reading from a screen, by the way. Alright, so let's see. How much are they looking for? Dues gratitude for your support, exclusive wallpapers, Discord, you name the credits. Digital copy on Steam, $22, 15 euros. That's limited 71 of 100. So they're actually, I guess, is it $30 for the game? Because then you get the soundtrack. Must be $22.
Yeah.
Or like maybe it's a little bit more, $24.99 once it's I don't know. All right, so let's see what else they have there. So what did you feel about the game?
I like these sort of games, like the games like Gauntlet, or even like I want to say like it could even resemble something like Path to Exile or sort of one of those sort of things.
Yep.
I like these sort of games, and I'm actually kind of intrigued on it, so I would definitely give this a try.
Yeah, I could, once again, I think in a group setting, this would be fantastic. Like, if you could do 3-player of this would be...
Oh, yeah. Like, being
great.
able to do this in multiplayer would definitely make a game like this a lot more fun.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Unique level up, worship a god, collect blood. Unique story, execute enemies. It doesn't really say if it's multiplayer or not.
I hope so, because I feel games like this should be multiplayer.
And not fucking local.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like you can do like a bunch of different like upgrades and stuff, and different power-ups and skills and such. So I mean, obviously there's a lot more depth to the game than what we got to see. So
yeah.
Some of the animations, I think, just have to be... Unless, like, maybe the video was in
double speed,
or something. If that's the case, okay, fine. That's good. That's probably good.
Wait, I saw one that looked like that. It was actually, like... Right, there was, like, 2 above, like, those character designs right there. And
no. Yeah, you're right. It was moving faster. Okay, yeah. No, they have good run cycles.
There you go. See, that's... That one right there, the top one, that's what I'm talking about. That's the speed that the game should be at. There you go. Okay. So all the previews definitely were at faster speeds.
Yeah. All right. So that makes sense.
Okay. There you go.
All right. So we're going to move on to our last thing that I wanted to bring up, which is...
We definitely missed something that we should not have missed.
All right, next gen Dreamcast controller, brought to you by Retro Fighters. If you don't know who Retro Fighters are, we're going to be doing a review of the Brawler 64 controller. And I've been told already that it's a fantastic controller, that they make very good products, and I guess the next thing we're going to be doing is looking forward to the Dreamcast controller. So, they were looking for $13,000. They were donated $130,000. They had almost 2,000 backers. Obviously, people want a new Dreamcast controller. This one looks good. It doesn't look too bulky, not too big, easy to hold. Your common, type of controller style, and it looks really good.
Yes, it does.
So they were basically looking for $43 US for, and once they actually go live with them, for people who didn't get the Kickstarter, it'll be $49 US. So still, $50 for a new Dreamcast controller that is going to be quality. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And I like that it still has like the open front for the VMUs in there.
Yep.
I like that it still had that aesthetic to it too.
Full functionality of the visual memory units and vibration packs.
Nice.
Updated and modern analog stick, comfortable grip design, not overly sensitive, just the right amount of responsiveness, no more cords in the way, controller cord no longer goes at the bottom, but now goes at the top.
That was I will say, of all of the controllers that have ever done something like that, the Dreamcast had the controller, even though I really liked it, the fact that the cord came at the bottom was fucking awful. That was so bad. I mean, they knew it was bad, because there was a clip on the back of the controller to make the wire go up. They knew it was bad when they designed it.
Apparently, they added new additional shoulder buttons for fighting games and triggers. Let's see, very responsive and comfortable, larger size D-pad. Also added an ultra-fast turbo function to help you get to the next level. Let's see, no more cords. We already read that. Sit back and enjoy gaming at a distance with an extra long 10-foot cord.
Nice.
Featuring original color scheme, white gray top white, bottom gray shell. Wow, dude.
And I like the fact of like how the controller is set up. Like the 360 pad on the right side of the Dreamcast controller was always like, it seemed like it just felt like it was always in the wrong place.
Yeah.
I found myself almost never using it, regardless of like the game that I was playing in. Like even games where like you had 360-degree movement, like let's just like Cannon Spike, I would say, or Power Stone.
And that's what they're playing in the demo here. They're playing a good old game of Power Stone.
See. I was always using the D-pad because like the 360 pad on the Dreamcast was always it seemed like it was just a little too high. Like it was too far up the top of the controller. So it never felt right. The way this controller looks like, it's going to be a lot closer to the bottom of the controller, and it's just like, oof. It's going to make playing those sort of games like Soul Calibur, Cannon Spike, or Power Stone a lot nicer.
So, limited edition Retro Fighters character stickers ship with each controller. That was their stretch goal they reached. If they had gotten another 70,000, they would have smashed their first Kickstarter raising amount. And additional color options. Backers get to vote on next color options. I have a feeling once people realize that this was on the go, that they're going to be like, oh shit, I need to get one of these now. Because people are buying up to Brawler 64s. They have an NES controller. They have a Sega Genesis controller. Retro Fighters, it makes fantastic products as well. All right.
It definitely looks like a great design for the Dreamcast controller.
Oh god, yes, dude! It's not half as bulky.
I know
at all. So, but yeah, that's it. We are done with the podcast for this evening. So,
So thank you guys for coming by. We appreciate you guys every single week. Again, I want to give the shout-outs to the 2 websites that I have my news for. As always, VG247 and GamesRadar.com.
And for myself, Indie Game website, Indie Games Plus, Destructoid, and of course, Indie Retro News. And we had a pretty solid night. We had some good games. We had some bad. We had a lot of teasers and stuff too. And I'm like, what are you doing this?
So I definitely want to suggest it, or like our suggestion for the week. Definitely, 100%. Go check out Castle in the Darkness.
Yeah.
You guys will be blown away. If you haven't played the first one, go play the first Castle in the Darkness. It was a fantastic game.
Mm-hmm.
I probably should go finish it. For like as much as I played, the game was like really, really, really good. Go do yourself a favor. Go play Castle in the Darkness. Check out the Castle in the Darkness 2 trailer. Oh boy, you're gonna love it.
Indeed. All right, we're going to host up Blind Man's World live. Have yourselves a good evening. We will see you again here next Thursday, as long as everything goes fine. And until then, bye-bye.
Have a good night.